We live. Yo, just like I promised, I'm on here earlier than yesterday. As you can see, the sun is out. And I'm on, baby. I'm extremely tired. Normally, I do like a little bit of biphasic sleep. I sleep for however many hours at nighttime. I come home, take a 2 or 3 hour nap. Today's my massage day, so I did not get to take a nap. So my body's like a little bit upset with me, but it's all good. It's all good. Now, until people get here, what I'm gonna do is look up some news. I'm sure all of you already know that the people did not survive that submarine thing. In fact, they were dead days ago. But I'm gonna look up some other news that we don't know about. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Europe's safest countries, don't care. Here's the number one way to sound smarter when making small talk. Ooh, and check this out. I would like to sound smart. Let me pull up the live on my laptop first. Okay. The number one way to sound smarter. Let's see what we got. Seeking advice actually makes you look smarter. Hey, can you give me any advice? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. But okay. Oh, let's see. Continue reading. Ask a lot of questions. I guess. Banish the fear. It basically says don't have anxiety if you want to sound smart. That's not very helpful. Let's see what else we got. What else we got? Remember that your new acquaintance isn't your new best friend yet. Now isn't the time to ask them to be your mentor or to ask open-ended questions. Instead, ask specific questions and keep it brief. I suppose. That's kind of a shitty article, to be honest. Like, you're gonna sound smarter by doing that. Hispanics and Latinos outnumber white residents in Texas for the first time ever. Wow. That's some news right there. I'm gonna put that in the chat, just in case anyone pulls up and they didn't hear me say it. Tempatine, hey, what's up, Phil? I don't know if you heard what I just said, but Hispanics and Latinos outnumber white residents in Texas for the first time ever, bro. That's some news. That is something. If that one racist dude from last night comes back, bro, he's gonna be pissed when he reads that. Oh, it's too many characters. Hispanics. He said, nah, they've been outnumbered. Hope they take it over. There's more legal ones now. Okay, that's fair. You might actually be onto something there. That's funny. Man, they hauling me with this article. All right, there we go. See if I can find some other good news. 10 lesser known destinations in Mexico that should be on your bucket list? No, no thanks. 12 good habits that are actually bad for you. Before I start reading this, tell me a good habit that y'all think is actually bad for you so I can see how good you are at guessing. I'm about to start right now, so you gotta be quicker than that. Let's see. Where's the list at? Bro, they don't even have a list. Where's it at? Bro, I legit don't see the article. I clicked it and it's just gone. Or is it the slideshow? Eating salad every day. What? Cutting out sweets and treats from your diet. Pushing yourself too hard at the gym. This article's kind of trash. I agree with the pushing yourself too hard one though. Waking up as early. Oh, waking up as early as 5 a.m. I bet you, yeah, that's probably gonna be one. Let's see. Peeling apples and potatoes before eating them. Drinking coffee every day. Hold on, now they lost me right there. They lost me. Daily consumption can have side effects. Too much caffeine can lead to restlessness, insomnia, and digestive problems. Yeah, if you're a bitch. Not eating before a workout session. Okay. Preferring turkey bacon to regular bacon. How's that bad for you? Stop. Believing healthy or natural labels on food items. I agree with that. Everything says it is healthy and it is not. Getting too much sleep. Getting too much sleep can be just as harmful as not enough. That's insane. People who sleep more than 9 hours per night are at higher risk of diabetes, obesity, and heart disease. Man, hell no. Them motherfuckers probably just sleeping so much because they're tired. Because they have health problems. But I don't think sleeping 9 hours a night is gonna make you obese, bro. Nah, fuck that. Don't talk to me till I have my coffee. I feel that. Am I a good cook? It depends on what I'm cooking. Most of the time, no. Sometimes, yes. If it's like something involving steak, potatoes, I'm decent. If it's anything outside of that, I'm not decent. I feel you don't sleep 9 hours and you're obese, so you know we can't listen to your opinion. I think people have to know how much sleep they need. Some people don't function well off 8 hours. Some people don't function well off 6 hours. It depends, but it's for sure not black and white. Yeah, definitely. When I was a full time personal trainer and I wasn't a strength and conditioning coach, I slept without an alarm. Like, I would go to sleep at a reasonable time, and I knew I was gonna wake up before I needed to go to work because like once I hit 7 hours, there's nothing I can do. My body wakes up. I couldn't sleep 8 hours if I wanted to, unless I take like something like melatonin or something that like forces you to sleep a little bit longer. But I just don't need 8 hours of sleep ever. It's just not a thing. So usually I get six. Six is a decent amount. 7, like I said, that's if I go to sleep early, don't need an alarm clock. 7's a good night's sleep for me. Gotcha. 6 hours and I feel like trash after that. Yeah, it's all genetics and I think level of activity too. Not necessarily like your normal level of activity, but how much activity you've been getting compared to your baseline, right? So like if I go like run 10 miles right now, I probably need to sleep longer than my usual because I just destroyed myself. But for my baseline, usually I can't sleep for 7 hours. You need 8 hours sleep to grow muscles. No, if you did, most people probably wouldn't have muscles because I barely know people that get 8 hours of sleep, bro. Like, that's good if you do, but most people are just not living that life unless they're like professional athletes or something. Like, most people, let's just say, let's say you work 9 to 5. You probably wake up at 7:30. We're gonna say 7:30. You wake up at 7:30. You commute. You get to work at 9 o'clock. If you want to get 8 hours of sleep, you need to be sleeping at 11:30, right? But like I said, you get off of work at 5. You travel. You get home at 7. You got like a couple hours. No one wants to go to sleep like 2 hours after they get home, 3 hours after they get home. So you end up staying up until midnight, 1 o'clock. Go to sleep for 6 or 7 hours. Do the whole process over again. So, like I said, I do know people that get 8 hours of sleep, but they're more serious about their bodies. I used to do 7 hours plus a nap. Now, my nap is a part of my 7 hours. I think your circadian rhythm resets when you sleep too much, but I don't know. Some people might have sleep apnea and stuff. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of variables. I used to like try to track my sleep and stuff, and like it was weird, man. Like I said, I was doing 7 hours plus a nap at that time, and like in total, my tracker would say I was getting like 6. It would say like 2 of those hours that I was sleeping out of the like 7 plus nap were not actually sleep because I was waking up or moving around or whatever. So, and that's another thing too. People think time in bed is time slept. Like if you close your eyes at 11 o'clock and you wake up at 7 o'clock, you did not get 8 hours of sleep. There's the time it takes to go to sleep. There's the time it takes to fall asleep after you close your eyes. And then, before you actually wake up, like you wake up before then too. So, yeah. Time in bed, not the same thing as time slept. Which is why you're supposed to try to wind down and get in the bed before you want to actually go to sleep. Sleep hygiene is tough though, man. It's like I said, it's tough to get that. Bro, why is there always motorcycles? Like I don't understand like what happens out there, bro. On race days I try to go to bed by 9 p.m. and I wake up at 3 instead of 5 like I planned. Yeah, that happens to me too. I think a little bit of that is like physical anxiety too, not necessarily mental, because I'm sure, like me, you probably don't care that much about the race. But whenever I have like a big event, it doesn't matter how much I don't care about it. My body still registers that it's something like outside of the norm. You know what I mean? So just like you said, I'll try to go to sleep earlier because I'm like, you know what? I got to meet tomorrow. I want to try to get 9 hours of sleep. But I'll end up waking up after 6. I don't know. It's just weird. But yeah, like you said, your body can't lie. So, same thing happens like job interviews, stuff like that, bro. Like, fucking, my body be like, I have dreams that I like didn't set my alarm and shit like that, but I know I did. Like I've never forgotten to set my alarm before. Like that's literally never happened. Acid reflux used to kick my ass trying to go to sleep. You know what's crazy? I actually don't know anyone that has acid reflux. Like I know what it is for the most part, like scientifically. But I've never had anyone tell me like, yeah, it feels like this and this is when it happens to me and blah blah blah. So I really don't know anything about acid reflux, honestly. Your wife did for a minute. What, have acid reflux? Or forget to set her alarm? I don't know when that comment came. But yeah, I don't really know anything about acid reflux. Oh, she had to take medicine. So how does acid reflux affect you? And like when I'm sure it happens after you eat, right? What does it feel like you're gonna throw up? What like what happens? It has to be bad if you have to take medication for it, you know what I mean? So I'm wondering like what happens? While I wait for someone with acid reflux to tell me, I'm gonna go back to the news. It was like a burning sensation, mostly like citric foods and spices. But okay, my question is burning sensation where? Is it in your chest, stomach? Oh, it was messing up the back of her teeth. I'm guessing you can feel it in your throat too. Was it messing up her back teeth or messing up the back of all of her teeth because of the acid corroding all of that? You know when you swallow too much, no pause. No, I don't. Swallow too much what? Jada knows about swallowing. Fuck you. Uh, I'm guessing you're talking about the sensation of like. Nah, actually, I don't know. Swallowing too much in what sense? Like swallowing like too much of something at once, where you're like that, and you're like about to fucking choke. Now I think I know what you're talking about. Yo, I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna drop this link in the chat too. Uh, there's a there's a site that I look at. Um, and it has like the latest updates for science shit, right? Bro, you'll be surprised at the stories you see on here, like how true they are and what comes of a lot of these stories. Tough to say. But I got two sites for y'all actually. But science alert. Let me see if they still do it. Science alert. So I'm gonna send y'all the science alert one first, because that's the one I'm more familiar with. But yeah, they do like a this week in science type thing. And Bro, some of this stuff's crazy. Oh man, I think I sent y'all the space one. Okay, so I accidentally sent you guys space. So I'm gonna resend this. It's not the homepage. They always talk about that doomsday iceberg, then never bring it up again. Yeah, burning feels like you will vomit, bad cough. It used to wake me up. Dead asleep. Oh, that's crazy. I really never knew much about acid reflux. So, top story 4 days ago. Earth could feasibly descend into chaos. What does that mean, bro? What? Let me see how we could feasibly descend into chaos. Let me see if it's really feasible. The impact of human activity on the Earth system could result in unpredictable chaos from which there is no return, physicists have calculated. How do you calculate that, bro? Using a theory conceived to model superconductivity, a team of physicists led by whoever the fuck that is in Portugal showed that after a certain point, we will not be able to restore equilibrium to the Earth's climate. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, these guys are just talking shit here. This is not what I sent you guys this for. I'm talking about there's other articles that are more worth reading. Usually the nature, I go to nature for the most part. I don't look at the space shit. Space shit and the climate part, I'm like, y'all don't know what y'all are talking about, bro. Nature, gangs of tiny worms ride electrical fields to hitchhike on passing bees. What the fuck? That's the kind of stuff I want to read, bro. It's got little pictures, zero point 0.1 meters per second, and then it goes straight to 2.2 meters per second. This little worm just and jumped on a bee, bro. How did evolution do that? A nematode is using electrical fields to its advantage. The tiny worm can somehow piggyback on electrical fields to jump a surprising distance across a petri dish, for example, or onto the back of a bumblebee for a ride to a new locale. It's not entirely clear how the nematodes do this. That's crazy. Like, it's crazy that you can observe something and say, like, yep, this nematode is it's using an electromagnetic field to jump. And you're like, I don't know how he's doing it. Bro, what if we reverse engineer this process and we start riding electromagnetic waves, bro? I'm gonna just start jumping to work. I'm gonna jump across traffic, bro. And I'm not gonna tell anyone else how to use the electromagnetic waves. That's super vague. Yeah, it was super vague. Let's see if we can find something else. Dead star's magnetic field tricked astronomers into thinking it was heading our way. Let me rephrase that for y'all. We were wrong, and now we're saying a dead star tricked us. How does a dead star trick you, bro? You just got it wrong. That's literally all that means. I'm not even clicking that article. Regular short naps could be the easiest way to reduce the risk of dementia. I'm covered. I take a nap every day, bro. Every single day. Giant paint eating snails spotted in Florida, putting state agriculture at risk. That's weird. Scientists think they found the cause of morning sickness. Does that sound interesting? I kind of want to click that, but I'm not having a kid yet, so don't care. Ooh, differences in gut bacteria could be the first warning signs of Alzheimer's. I actually knew that. I went to this really good lecture. I might have told y'all before. I went to a really good lecture about uh, microbiomes and how your gut is really the indicator of everything, as weird as it is. So they do what's called microbiome, like fecal transplants, right? So this sounds really weird, but they get someone else's shit and they put it in your system to heal your gut. And so when they do that, they realize that, like, let's just say you, viewer, whichever one of y'all wants to take this as a personal shot, let's just say you're fat and you're super unathletic and you find it tough to lose weight. You get a fecal matter transplant from me to heal your gut for something else. It's unrelated. You got a gut problem. But then you start lifting bigger weights. You start losing weight. You start gaining more muscle because of the fecal matter transplant. And they're finding out that your gut has a lot to do with your weight, your fucking everything, basically. They were also finding out that people would gain or lose depression and anxiety based on these fecal matter transplants. So, pretty cool stuff, man. Pretty cool stuff. I'm not letting nobody transplant their shit into me, but if you want to do that, go ahead. Pretty bummed out. I missed yesterday's live. There was a thunderstorm in Houston. There's still a bunch of neighborhoods without electricity. Bro, don't be bummed out. We're here today, bro. We focus on the present. Can't do nothing to change the past. I hope all's good with your situation. I hope your family and everything is good. I hope nobody's doing bad because they're without electricity. Things could be worse, bro. Shit could have blown your house up. I've heard that bacteria in our gut is what causes cravings for certain foods. Yeah, definitely. Vagus nerve is super vital. Yep. Texas has an Amber Alert like every 3 days. An Amber Alert? Probably more frequently than every 3 days, bro. Alright, I'm gonna check one more page of this site. And then I'm gonna go to the other one I was telling y'all about. Himalayan glaciers are melting 65% faster than 10 years ago. Don't care. Kangaroos didn't always hop. That's interesting, but not that surprising, so I'm not clicking it. How did an asteroid kill the dinosaurs? Don't care. Yeah, all of this for the last like 3 days was all nature and environment. You inhale a credit card of plastic every week. Someone was bored when they wrote that article, dog. Woman who woke up inside coffin declared dead for second time. I gotta click that, bro. I gotta know. How do you die 2 times? And how is everyone stupid enough to put you in a coffin again? They want her dead, bro. An elderly Ecuadorian woman who woke up inside a coffin at her own wake has now died for real, authorities said Sunday. Last week, a video shows her breathing heavily while two men assist her. What the? Her son, Gilbert, said she had been banging on the inside of the casket, desperate to get out as her relatives mourned her. After the ordeal at the wake, she was kept in the hospital, and then she died of a stroke on Friday. That's not funny, sorry, I just wasn't expecting to read that. This time, my mother really did die. My life will not be the same. The health ministry ordered a probe into how she was declared dead. Oh, I thought she woke up 2 times. Sorry. Oh, okay, my fault. She died. She fake died the first time. They realized she wasn't really dead, then she died for real. That's crazy. That sucks because you know they had hope that second time, like maybe again she's gonna bang on the coffin, but no. That's kind of sad. That's why they got shakes to detox out gut bacteria. I'll be suspicious of anything like that because like your liver does detoxing. Like that's what your liver's for. Gut bacteria, they're not gonna detox it out because like you literally have trillions of bacteria in your gut. In fact, like all probiotics and stuff like that, if you really read studies about how much it takes to change that flora, like your microbiome, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna drink this yogurt and my stomach will feel better tomorrow. Like I said, it's trillions of bacteria and all different kinds, good and bad. So um, there's no like little cure, which is why they do those fecal matter transplants. They're like it's disgusting, but it's a lot, bro. It's not like it's changing the whole microbiome. It's not like, oh, take this pill and things will change. Like no, bro. It's quite a bit. And most of the time, if you drink something, it's getting killed in your stomach. So it's not even making it to where you want it to make it. The story was hilarious. She had a stroke or something and died. At her wake, she was knocking on the coffin. She was in there for a while and died in the hospital. You're like, that story was hilarious. And then John's like, that's so sad. That's the duality of man right there. It is sad. It's funny, but it's also sad at the same time. It's just fucked because like I said, they probably were hoping that she woke up again. And just the relief that they probably felt when she woke up just for like in the same week to actually die. That's crazy. There's a parasite that triples ants' lifespans, and it actually sounds pretty great. Yeah, bro, I don't want anything increasing my lifespan that much. It's probably controlling their brains too. I'm not clicking on that. Special nasal drops could help the brain recover after a stroke. Hmm. A grave warning about Antarctica is hidden inside octopus DNA. That's so vague that I gotta click on it. I need to know what the fuck that's about. Bro, when they said she was knocking on the coffin, I was like, what? Yeah, liquid cocaine. Hey, nah, but that's what I was thinking too. I was thinking, for one, that's good timing that she woke up at the wake, because she could have woke up in the ground and nobody would have heard that shit. But for two, bro, imagine how many people in history have woken up once they were already buried. I bet you that's where like all stories about zombies come from. Somebody like her that woke up back in the day when they didn't bury you that deep, or they just like tossed your body in the dirt with no coffin. Cause you know they started nailing those coffins shut because they were scared of stuff like that. So that really sucks for the people that did wake up and they tried to push. Like imagine the first time they bolted a coffin shut, bro. The person that woke up after that point in time probably didn't know that coffins got bolted. And they were like, man, unfortunate that I just woke up in a coffin, but I'm just gonna push it open. And they were pushing and they didn't get it open, bro. But I'm not gonna lie. As logical as I am, if I see you rise up out of the graveyard, bro, I'm smacking you with a shovel, bro. It's just, I just can't take that chance, bro. All right, let's see what these octopuses, let's see what they're talking about. Whew, man, this is dense. Basically, there's two distinct populations of octopuses, and their shared secrets do not bode well for the future of the planet. A recent DNA analysis of the two geographically separated octopus populations indicate that they were once part of one big family. And this direct historical connection suggests that around 125,000 years ago, a 2.2 million cubic kilometer ice sheet fully collapsed into the sea. Huh. So it collapsed into the sea and separated the Ross Sea from the Weddell Sea. And then from then on, those octopus populations. Oh, there was a fly. They were separated from then on. They said if it happened then, it could very well happen again today. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that really affects me. For 2.2 million cubic kilometer ice sheet falls into the sea, like if it doesn't land on top of me, like I think I'll be okay. Like at least she wasn't cremated. Yeah, that's crazy too. Imagine waking up like during that process. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Don't judge me, okay? Only in the last 5 years did I find out, and I should have known this, but I guess I never thought about it. Only in the last 5 years did I find out that when they cremate you, like your bones don't. I thought your bones just turned into dust in the fucking fire, bro. But I didn't think about how resilient bones were. So it just disintegrates your skin and your muscles, but your bones are all there, bro. And I just never thought about it. And I was reading about it, and I can't remember what I was reading, but I think I was reading someone saying like they got their grandpa cremated, and they were like, I didn't realize how heavy this shit was gonna be, but the bones are still there. And then there's another process. Phil might know. I don't actually know. I will have to look it up. I think they crush your bones after that. They crush your bones into the dust. I thought, I know, you're right. How do you think we got dinosaurs? Like I said, it's something that I just literally never thought about before. I kind of just thought something was so hot that it turned everything in the thing into dust. So I kind of thought you throw the body in there, and then it's just ash. And I thought they just scooped the ash up and put it into the thing. I literally never thought about there being a fucking skeleton in the thing, bro, and them having to do something with a skeleton after that. And then that makes sense that it's heavy because it's a crushed up skeleton. So yeah, no, Phil, everything you're saying is 100% logical. And like I said, once I read it, I was like, yeah, all of this makes sense. But I literally never thought about it before. We should be building homes and buildings out of bones. Okay, I'm gonna start off with yours. Yeah, but anyways, that was insightful. That was insightful. Like I said, I can't remember what I was reading, but he was talking about how heavy the fucking urn was that his grandpa was in. He was like, damn, bro, this shit's like fucking 10 pounds, 20 pounds. Let me look it up. How does cremation work for humans? Why does it say for humans? Fuck, I went on Bing. I was like, why is this shit so slow? I gotta stop going on Bing, dog. That's insane. I would never click on Bing on purpose. Google. My internet's going slow. Something's up with my internet. A network change was detected. Hey yo, is my live stream still on? Let me make sure that my Wi-Fi isn't down or something like that. Oh, it popped up now. That was weird. Bro, I turned the AC off for y'all. It's hot, bro. How does cremation work? Oh, that's the other thing too. I was like surprised at how long it takes, bro. The cremation process for humans takes 2 hours, bro. I just kind of thought, I don't know why. We're in 2023, bro. I thought you like dumped the body in there, they hit a switch, and it was like, and then it was like, here's your dad. And they just like dumped the ashes in an urn or something. You telling me you toss the body in there, it takes 2 hours, and it just melts the meat and skin off the bones, bro. The body burns. Oh, it does say the bones turn into ash. Alright. I feel like that's a lie, though. When I was reading it, I swear they said it wasn't hot enough to actually turn the bones into ash. The remains are removed. A magnet is used to remove any bits of metal that may be left behind. And the remains are ground. Da, 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 da. When someone is cremated, they're not necessarily wearing clothes. Thanks. Nah, bro, take me to my cremation fitted, bro. Put me in the freshest shit, bro. Don't throw me in there naked. What the fuck? Anyways, regardless, that's a weird little process, bro. 2 hours is crazy, bro. That's like cooking a chicken, bro. Like they're cooking you literally, bro. Like that's crazy. Cremation workers don't make much money. Say minimum wage. Well, not to shit on their profession, because I respect every profession. But it seems like they're just turning on the oven, bro. I don't think you need $100 an hour for that. Um, I'm not saying I have the hardest job in the world, but they probably get paid like a fry cook. That's basically what they're doing. I just think the handling dead bodies part would probably be weird. Bro, I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying they are fry cooks. I'm just saying it's the same job. Like you turn on the oven. Like a lot of traumatic or mentally draining jobs don't make any money. Yeah, that's facts, bro. Like I don't know, man. The money topic is weird, bro. I remember when I was in the military, like everyone would be like, "Man, we deserve to get paid $500 an hour for all this shit we're doing." And I'm like, no, we don't. Like, no, we don't. It is, the military's rough sometimes, but it's like everyone can't get paid $500 an hour, bro. Like, it just doesn't work like that. Like, no one wants to be a soldier. It's not really appreciated. Like, you get paid by the government, bro. It's a stable pay. Like, it doesn't. The military pay is good for what it is. I kind of agree if you take into consideration everything that comes with it. But the more you look into it, the more you'll be like, actually, that pay sucks. Like, the actual pay is garbage. But because they're paying for your housing, your medical, all of that stuff, then it becomes good again. But then it's like, yeah, but like, you're probably going to see your friends get killed in front of you. So it becomes shitty pay again. And it's like, oh, but you get the weekends off. And you get holidays off. And you pretty much get like 2 days a week off all the time. But then you're like, but you kind of work for 24 hours a day. Like, even if your duty day ends at 4 o'clock, the person above you can always contact you. They can always say, hey, I need you to do this right now. You could be with your mom, bro. And it's like, yeah, I don't care. Like, I need you to do this right now. Or I need you to come back here right now. I need you to blah, blah, blah right now. And then it becomes, actually, yeah, that's not enough pay for that. Cook your ass medium rare. I can't imagine seeing lifeless bodies on a regular basis. I'll be traumatized. Yeah, for sure. At least they're all coming to you dead, though. Like, if you were military or a cop or what, a healthcare worker, like a nurse or something like that, like, you're seeing them alive first sometimes. So that sucks. And you're always gonna be thinking like, I probably could have saved that dude if I did this, which is not true, but that's what you tell yourself. They pay for your food, yes. They do pay for your food, I mean, but it's like dog food, so my dad loved it. My dad loves it too, man. I think like without getting all political and stuff, man, the time that our dads came from, like, bro, my dad went to a segregated high school, bro. So, like, the military, as far as like upward mobility goes, like the things that you can achieve, the opportunity that it gives you, without like really prerequisites, you can just join, bro. Like, if you're not like a 3-time felon, you can join, and you can potentially work your way to the top. So people my dad's age, they love that shit, bro. It's like, yo, they're paying for your food. They pay for you to stay somewhere. They give you money to live somewhere else if you do live off base eventually. And like, you have the chance to work for 20 years, achieve this stuff, and get a retirement package. Like I said, especially in that time, there was not a lot of opportunity for black men to be uh, in something like that. Yeah, and like you said, insurance, bro, life insurance for your family if something does happen to you. Like, that's everything that a traditional like masculine man would want, right? Like, I got my family squared away from here to here, bro. If I'm alive, I got them covered. If I die doing this, they're set for life. 400K, 100K for the funeral, and they can live their lives, right? Most jobs, they're not giving you life insurance, bro. Like, you can get life insurance, but you gotta pay for it yourself. So, no, I totally get it. It's not for me, but I get why my dad loves it, and I get why he recommends it to everyone. Navy guys probably have it the worst out in the middle of the ocean. Man, I got a homie up here who came here like a year ago. I haven't seen him yet, bro. Like, we keep trying to link up. And he's like, bro, they're sending me the blah, blah, blah. Bro, I'm in I gotta leave my phone here. I'm about to be on the ocean for 3 months. And I'm like, bro, that's horrible. Like, that's why the Navy has all those gay stereotypes. Yeah, they probably be smashing on the boats, bro. like, probably. I can't. I can't even read that, bro. I can't read that. That's a crazy word, bro. That is insane, bro. What year was that, bro? But he says it changed his life for sure. That's crazy, man. Like I said, man, I don't want to get like super political on here. The '70s, that makes sense. I really don't like discussing racism, sexism, or anything like that outside of like my group of friends, especially in a setting like this, right? But one thing I do tell people is, like I said, my dad went to a segregated high school. Like, whatever you think about racism, true or not, that shit is one generation back, bro. Like, real deal racism. Like, you can't come to our school. It like life is a lot better now, bro. I never argue with anyone about that. But when people are like, bro, that shit doesn't affect anyone anymore, it's like, no, that's impossible, bro. Like, if you think about the trauma that my dad has from those experiences, like what do you think happened to those dudes that were saying you can't come to this school, bro? Like, those people still exist. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that there's like 9 out of 10 of them, but I'm just saying they're out there. Like, so to pretend like it's 0% is crazy. Like, no, bro. Like, that shit was heavy. And I do think I do think things are getting better. Like, I think things seem worse because we have like more connection with each other, right? We got Twitter, 24-hour news, blah blah blah. So like, you can always go on Google and like find some like uh I don't know, some incident, right? Like some dude that I don't know committed like some hate crime, but it's like it's not happening as much as it did in the '50s. It's just not like it's not true, but it's real. It is real. Like, to say it's not real is crazy. It's not rampant, but they ain't got power no more. Unfortunately, that's a form of tribalism for sure. So you don't think it's still happening on a large scale? I did not say that it's not happening on a large scale. I said things are better. But my point is that, like, if it was happening on a large scale from this date to this date, and we're one generation away from this date, like, to pretend like it's just gone is crazy. Like I said, I'm not gonna have the argument outside of my group of friends about whether it's still happening on a large scale or like how serious it is. But when people pretend like it doesn't exist, I'm like, come on, bro. It exists. It does. You know. My dad heard the MLK speech live on the radio. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. We're not that far removed from it, bro. Like, it's a long time, but it's not a long time. We're just talking. Yeah, we are just talking. But like I said, I how do I say this respectfully? If I don't know you, I have no reason to justify anything, to value your opinion really. Like, there's too many trolls and shit. There's too many people behind the screen that, like, you have no idea who people are. You know what I mean? So like I said, my group of friends or a random person that I meet one on one, if we're just talking, I talk about stuff like this at work sometimes. Like, if someone wants to have a one on one conversation, they're like, hey, I really want to know what you think about this. I'll tell them what I think. But like, in a big internet forum, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube Live, like, there's too much room for misinterpretations and mistakes. I could say something that you heard wrong, and 3 minutes later, you might just hear it and say something back, and I think you're talking about something else, and now we're arguing. You know what I'm saying? And like this is supposed to be like a lighthearted live. I'm not running from the conversation. I will answer questions. I'll tell you how I feel about stuff, but like I said, like it wouldn't. I'm not gonna do like a back and forth about it. If you just ask me what I think about it, I might say so. But like, if you know, said that what I said was wrong, I just be like, all right, well, that's your thoughts on the subject. Well, 100%, we're just talking. Like I'm not gonna get angry about it or something like that. If y'all would have been on here last night, there was this hella racist dude that popped in. Like this dude was like sending me watermelon emojis, bro, and like calling me all kinds of names. I'm like, what you want me to say back, bro? Like I just was like laughing. I let him talk for like 15 minutes maybe, and then Phil told me to block him, so I just blocked him. But like, I'm like, bro, it's the internet, bro. You're not gonna get me angry. I've been through stuff in real life, so better yet, interracial marriage was illegal while both my parents were already alive. You think he was racist or just messing with you? Um, I think that's a tough question, man. I think to go out of your way to join someone's live, and I said this stuff to him too. I said, bro, like, what do you have going on in your life that you found someone's random live stream and you sat in my live stream for 20 minutes, bro, commenting racial slurs, typing watermelon, saying black people cry all the time, black people get angry for everything, and they blah blah. I'm like, okay, like what do you want me to say back to that? So yeah, you could say he was just trolling, he was just messing with me, but like, there's some there's some deep rooted stuff going on there, bro. Like I would never get on someone's live and troll them that much. I will say I've gotten on people's TikToks lives, like, and I say random stuff. Like I literally get on people's lives sometimes. It's like 1 a.m. I'm about to go to sleep, and I'll just type like, "Hey, go to sleep," and they'll be like, "Fuck you, bro. You don't know you. You don't tell me what to do." And I'm like, "I was just joking. Have a good night," and I'll click off. But I literally do that out of boredom. But I'm not like making comments about their race or like anything serious. Like just literally just comment random stuff. Sometimes I comment, "That's a cool shirt you got on." And they'll be like, "Hey, thanks, man." And I literally just click off the live. Like literally sometimes TikTok just recommends you lives. It's the first thing that pops up. And I'm like already there, and I'm like, I'm gonna interact with this person and give them some extra interaction. Cause they might only have like two people in their live or something. So, but like I said, to do that for 20 minutes, bro, and to be going that hard, then that's what I said to him too. I'm like, I don't know if you're a little kid or like a 50-year-old that's like bitter about life, but regardless, you got some stuff going on, bro. Like, you ain't hurting my feelings. Like I said, bro. Like, I I have a real life and I've been through real stuff, so like anything less than that is a joke to me. There's nothing anyone in a chat could say that could hurt my feelings. It's just like I just think you're dumb. That's it. Some CIA agent named Andrew Bustamante says that foreign governments like Russia and China fund bots to divide us. Yeah, that's something for sure. Both because she knows that she'll never really find them, so might as well do the most damage. Yeah, and I think Phil, I think that's the thing that's the craziest about it. It's like I think it would be different if you were trolling me because you knew me. Like if this was Twitter or something, sometimes people do stuff like that on Twitter, and I'm like, this is probably somebody that I've cussed out in the past or like quoted their tweet and called them stupid or something like that. So they're like trying to get me back from a burner account or something. But bro, I don't do anything on YouTube, bro. I get on YouTube and I make lives. I don't say negative stuff on here. I don't like. There's not heavy interaction on here, so it's not like somebody that I pissed off that's just like trying to get under my skin or something. It was literally just random, and it doesn't happen that much on YouTube. So I think like all in all the years, I've had like two trolls ever. That was the second one. So as soon as I saw it, I saw the first comment and I was like, all right, I see what's going on here. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he came in just like mad racist. And I was like, who is this, bro? Like, it's definitely not a chick. Nah. Not, oh, yeah. Anime. Yeah, people are weird. When you're anonymous, man, you can do anything. I think his name gave it away. Bozo the Clown. Yeah. All right, but Phil, so this is what I'm talking about. Yours is a good example because I have seen you troll before. You're trolling Connor about an event that really happened. You don't just pop on his shit and just be like, "Hey, you fucking Irish motherfucker!" Like, you don't just say like random stuff that has nothing to do with anything. You troll him about something that happened. If the dude would have popped up in here and said my last video was stupid, then I would have just been like, "That's your opinion." But I also like you heard me last night. I was laughing at his comments. Like half of them were like just so outrageous that I thought they were funny. But it was still just random. It was literally just because I was black. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, get specific or something. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like you can do anything and still be funny. But this dude was literally just saying, like, whatever racist stuff he could think of. Yeah, in all caps. And I'm like, come on, bro. At least be entertaining. Yeah, my computer is like frozen. Bro, I'm so hot. Today was a little bit of a hotter day. I'm glad you didn't let him get under your skin. Pause. Nah. Like I said, man, nothing in the chat is gonna is gonna get me angry. Like nothing on the internet is gonna get me angry, bro. Like kind of like what I was saying about talking about like serious subjects and stuff. Like I don't no disrespect to any of y'all, but if I don't know you in real life, bro, if I don't value like your moral compass, like the way you do things, if I don't like really respect you as a person, like your opinion just doesn't mean that much to me, bro. Like I appreciate every single one of y'all for being in here and interacting, blah blah blah. But if one of y'all like type right now, like, bro, you know what? You're boring, and I just don't want to watch anymore. I'm unsubscribing. I'm not gonna cry. I should be like, bro, we don't even know each other. So like, thanks for the time that you were here, but I get it. Do what you gotta do. So that's how I feel about trolls too. I'm like, I don't know you in real life, bro. Like you could be a horrible person. You could be sitting in your basement doing all kinds of stuff, bro. Like now, if my dad said some crazy stuff, then I would be sad, bro, because I look up to my dad. You know what I mean? But according to my AC unit, It's 82 degrees in here. Did you ever let a rejection from a girl get to you? I don't know how to say this, man, but I've never been rejected before. Not like seriously. But I've said this before on here, like, um, I'm not like a, bro, I don't walk up and talk to random people, bro. It's not my thing. Like, I don't walk up to girls like, hey, I think you're beautiful. Can I get your number? So there's never an opportunity for me to get rejected like that. Like, I get to know people and stuff happens from there. So I literally never got rejected in my life, to my knowledge, that I can remember. I'm not one of those dudes. My homies were like that, where they would be like, say I won't go get her number right now. And they would literally just go walk up to some random girl. I'd be like, bro, you don't even know her, bro. Like, it's not my thing. I've never done that in my life. Not that I can remember. I am 31 now. Maybe when I was 15 or 16 or something, I did something like that. But yeah, like literally what Phil just said, that's the same kind of stuff I was on. Like the girls that I got with, like it was a mutual thing. I was never like trying to pursue somebody that I I don't think anyone's out of my league, but I was never like walking up to the perceived finest girl in the world, cheerleader or something, and just being like, I'm gonna shoot my shot, see what happens, and if I get rejected, then it's okay. I was like, no, bro, like for what? So yeah, not me. Zero risk taking. Yeah, I mean, you can still get rejected in a sense. You could do what we're talking about, and it ends up going nowhere. Like the girl can just be like, I'm not feeling this. Stop texting you. I guess you could call that a rejection. But in the traditional sense of rejection, I've never been rejected. But like I said, probably tough to tell because like I'm talking for like 3 hours straight on here, right? Um, and I'm talking on all my social media. People like never believe me when I say this shit. You have to know me in real life, bro. I do not be talking. If it's a party or something, you will literally see me chilling in a corner, chilling on a bench or something the entire time. People will sit down and talk to me. I'll hold a conversation for as long as we're talking. Like I don't have social anxiety or nothing like that. Like I've always been like what you would consider like a likable person. I've been an athlete my whole life, so I was always popular. But I'm just not a talker, bro. I don't like talking for absolutely no reason. Which is why, like, even on here, bro, I just be like, all right, if no one say anything, I'm gonna get off of here, bro, because I don't want to just like keep talking into the into the void. You ever had a friend turn on you? Yeah, yeah, definitely. I wouldn't say a bunch, but for sure, it took a couple incidents just to realize that like, everyone doesn't have like the same mindset, same moral compass, same whatever. Like, so I mean, maybe they didn't even feel like they turned on me, but I felt like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, I'm not gonna say I'm sensitive, bro, but like, I'm like one strike done type of person, bro. I'm not super forgiving. Like, I don't want to even say this because like, there's like a small chance that this person could watch the live. But I made a friend up here, bro. Me and my wife made a friend with another couple. It's this person's birthday, bro. My wife works on Saturday. So we're like, yo, if you want, We'll get her to take Saturday off. We could go out, blah, blah, blah. I hit dude up Saturday because my wife already took Saturday off. We agreed to this shit, bro. I hit dude up Saturday and I'm like, what time was y'all planning on stepping out? Bread. But I was lifting with my coach and shit, so I was like, cool. Like, by the time I get home, shower, blah, 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 he would have hit me back. He didn't, though, like, the entire day, all through Saturday night. Like, my wife already took off work, bro. Next day, I was like, damn, like, he really left me on red, bro. That's crazy. And I think maybe the next day, not even that day, maybe Monday or Tuesday, they hit us up for something unrelated, bro. Like that didn't even happen, and we're just like, nah, like we're actually not trying to do that because she took off of work on Saturday and y'all didn't even hit us back. And they're like, oh shit, my bad. Like we went here and we got so tired that we went home and slept like the entire night. Like we didn't even go out. And I was like, that's cool, but like she took off for work, bro. Like we we lost money like trying to kick it with y'all for your birthday, bro. It's not my birthday, it's your birthday. But like the 10 times before that, everything was cool. But it's just like I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like you could call me sensitive, but I just kind of can't get over that shit, bro. I've been trying to be like, you know what? People make mistakes. I should just act like nothing happened. Like he already apologized. I already said it's cool. But it's kind of just hard for me to go back to normal. I don't want to hit you up for no plans now, bro. I don't even believe you're gonna show up. So like, it would take a couple more times for me to kind of get over it. But like, how are we even gonna have a couple more times? Because like, if he like no lie, if he hit me up to go out on this Saturday, I'll just be like, no, I'm not about to plan this shit out again, and you leave me on red again, bro. Like, so I don't know, man. I don't know. So that's how I am. Sounds like a flaky dude. Like I said, man. Besides that incident, he wasn't before. Like we've gone out plenty of times, bro. Like I don't know what happened that time. I was trying to be empathetic too. I was like, it's her birthday. They were out all day. I can see how they fell asleep. And that shit doesn't matter to me, bro. It's the fact that my wife took off of work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the part that kind of pissed me off. If it was just me, I'd have been like, cool. I'd be doing that all the time, bro. Like, I'd be like, oh, I want to go out and whatever. But every time I lift weights, I go home and I go to sleep and I wake up and I'd be like, I'm not trying to do that. But it's the fact that she took off of work that pissed me off. By the one strike, you mean like the saying when someone shows you who they are, believe them? Yeah, I mean, definitely if it's something serious. Like I said, the situation I just described wasn't super serious, but like I said, it's kind of got on my nerves. So, I don't know. Principle matters. Yeah, no, but if this is like some super fake shit, like I'm definitely not giving more than one chance. Like I said, this dude, super cool dude. Never had problems with him before. In fact, we became friends because someone someone kind of did him dirty, and me and my wife was telling him and his shorty like, "Yo, y'all need to stand up for yourselves. You need to do this, that, and the other." And we got super cool because they were like, "Yo, like thanks for the advice. Like people don't be looking out for other people, blah blah blah." So that that probably made it worse too. Cause I'm like, bro, I was looking out for you when nobody was looking out for you, bro. And you gonna do me like that, bro? Some people make you adjust your expectations. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I always tell my wife because she has a couple friends that are crazy. I'm like, you don't actually have to stop being friends with them. You just have to you just have to realize who they are. You have to know who they are. You have to know like how they act, what they're gonna do, and you have to operate off of that. You can't get mad at people for being like who they are. You can only get mad at them for stepping outside of a boundary. Like once you establish that, even you know what I mean. So let's just take this dude for example. If I establish that he's flaky, If I say that in my mind and I'm operating off of that principle, from now on, I'm not gonna have my Saturday dependent on him. Cause like I said, that's what really pissed me off. She took off of work. I'm like, I'm clearing my Saturday for this birthday because I fuck with y'all like that. And it didn't happen. So that's what really pissed me off. I'm like, bro, I don't even be going out like that, bro. Like I literally never go out. So I'm about to step out with you and you gonna do me like that, bro. So from now on, what I would do is I would have a backup plan. Or I would literally just be like, this dude's probably gonna flake. He's probably gonna flake. So I'm gonna just iron my clothes but expect not to go. And so like really only good things can happen from there. So I always meet people where they're at. Like I'm not gonna just drop somebody because they made a mistake or something. But you definitely my expectations of you lower, which means that you can't be you can't be in my real close circle. I'm like, all right, you're just an extra friend. Like I can't trust you. My second boss at the CrossFit still hate that dude. And his decade. His wife is my wife's best friend. I ain't go to his wedding. Phil, you funny as fuck, dog. Yeah, she losing money because of him. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. And you know, she's about to she's taking another job. So this is her last week at that job. So she's moving a day. She's gonna have Saturday off and stuff. So it's cool, but it's just the principle, bro. Like, it's just the principle, literally. Like, they knew how much of a big deal it was for her to take Saturday off. Like, you got to get someone to switch shifts with you. Like, it's hard, bro. No one wants to work Saturdays. Like, so it's not even something you can ask for all the time. Like, it's like, hey, yo, can you do me this huge favor? My homie's birthday is this weekend. Can you switch Saturdays with me? So now, if you wanted to switch Saturdays 2 weekends from now, you can't even do it, bro, because you asked this huge favor. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, like I said, that shit pissed me off a little bit, but no big deal. No big deal. I mean, I never finished looking at the science, bro. The Hunga Tonga eruption sparked the highest altitude lightning ever recorded. Don't know what that means. I mean, I know what it means, but like, who cares? First gene therapy for muscular dystrophy has been approved for some kids. You know, it's crazy, bro. I had a friend. Where was I at? I was in Columbia, South Carolina. This was when I was in middle school. And I had a friend who had muscular dystrophy. And I remember he used to tell me that shit all the time. And I used to be like, muscular what? And he'd be like, muscular dystrophy. Like, I get weak and I get really tired. And I would just be like, why don't you just work out, bro? Like literally, I didn't understand because I was a kid. I wonder how that dude's doing, bro. I remember he used to like have a wheelchair, and I used to be like, bro, why you got a wheelchair if you could walk? And he would be like, well, I get really tired, like when I walk to class, or if I walk too far during the day during school, so then I have someone push me. And I'll be like, I feel like you're faking, dog. Like, there's no way. But I, I, I was young, man. We didn't like we had Google. Like you could go home and Google. I knew what I found out what muscular dystrophy was, but like I said, bro, I was like in sixth grade or fifth grade or something. So I was like reading it, and they're like, yeah, it's when your muscles get weak over time, and I'm like, dog, just lift weights, bro. What are you talking about? So I hope that dude's doing all right. But anyways, first gene therapy for muscular dystrophy has been approved for some kids. So that's good news. Let's see what we got going on. Don't care. We don't care about duck-billed dinosaurs. They just be making shit up about dinosaurs, bro. I swear. Yo, I got a coworker that just like straight up doesn't believe anything about dinosaurs. It's hilarious, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, he's not wrong in what he says. He's like a, how do I describe him? He has like a master's degree and a whole bunch of like what's the word I'm looking for? Not necessarily kinesiology, but just like literally everything to do with the body. Like he's one of those like athletic trainer type dudes. Like he knows everything about how joints work, how systems work, how anything you do works. Like, oh, like when you eat this, this happens and it shuttles these nutrients to blah blah blah. And I remember one time I was talking about something and he was like, well, none of that shit's true. Like none of it's known. It can't be proven because that's the kind of person he is. Like when we have meetings every Wednesday and we discuss like strength and conditioning and stuff amongst the coaches. And he's always just like, that hasn't been proven. That's not evidence based. And we'll just be like, these five guys right here all deadlift 600 plus pounds. 3 of them deadlift 700 pounds. Like, it works. And he'll be like, but did you prove it with evidence with another group of blah, blah, blah? And we're just like, no, bro, we didn't. Like, we're just telling you that it works because, like, we did it and we know and we have clients. And, anyways, I was talking about dinosaurs one day. I think I was talking about Jurassic Park or something. And he was like, none of that shit's been proven, right? And I was just like, what, are you saying dinosaurs aren't real? And he's just like, no, like, they're real, but everything about dinosaurs is not true. Like, it's not true because, like, you can't prove it. And he's like, it's all speculation. And he's like, which basically means it's a lie. Like, they're just making up shit based on whatever. And he's like, that's why they always find new stuff. He's like, they thought they were like reptiles and they find out they're more like birds. And he was like, that shit's probably not even true either. He was like, you can't tell stuff about these dinosaurs based on their bones. That's why they're always just making up stories. And bro, he gets pissed. If you say like, yeah, I like T-Rex because it had like green whatever. He's like, you don't know that they had green skin. You don't know that. And I'll just be like, I fuck with this dude so much, bro. Like, what my favorite dinosaur was? It was the Velociraptors because they were so fast, bro. And he'd be like, how do you know they were fast? How do you know they were fast? And he gets mad, bro. No, he's not a bro science kind of guy. And what's funny is, like, he's not strong. And I'd just be like, I don't want to say his name, but I'm going to say his name. I just be like, Kevin, you're not strong. Like, I'm like, you've never deadlift 315, bro. And he's like, well, it's because I actually don't really care about deadlifting 315. What I care about is being a generally well-rounded person, and I could deadlift 315 if I trained for it because I have the evidence-based principles that blah. And I'm like, that's what I would say if I was weak as fuck. He's one of those people that need a... No, bro, he literally is one of those people. Like, everything he does is based on evidence, bro. Like, no matter how promising something is, he's like, well, yeah, but, it hasn't been proven. And we're just like, yeah, who cares, bro? Like, we could try it, though. Like, it's not going to hurt anyone. Like, and he's like, well, it could. Like, you don't know that because you don't have the evidence to prove that it doesn't hurt someone. And we're just like, all right, bro, good luck living in fucking evidence-based world where you can't get anything done because there's no studies to back it up. Like, I told his wife that I hope he's a good dad because he's a bitch. Now, what I will say is, like I said, he's not wrong. But, like, life is just more than that, bro. Like, I can't think of what the scale is called, but we have a scale in strength and conditioning. Hold on. I know one of the names is Medina. We have a scale. And it's like evidence-based versus experience. I don't know what it's called. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. Just know that the scale goes evidence based. I fucking believe it because I live it. And like I'm way over here, bro. I'm not saying that like I don't care about evidence based stuff, but it's more just like I know what I'm doing. And if you have evidence based stuff, I'm actually willing to try it. I'm actually willing to implement it in the stuff that I do. But I'm like, I have made myself strong. I've made a lot of other people strong. Like I know what to do based on experience and a lot of evidence based stuff that I've tried. But sometimes I don't need it to be evidence based. Like I don't know, bro. Like maybe it has not been proven with evidence that if you miss a snatch and you drop back down and work your way back up, you could actually hit a bigger snatch because you like get in a better technical groove. I don't need evidence to tell me like you're fucking up right now. Let's start back over at a lower weight and do it better. Someone might say like, "Oh, that's a waste of energy because you only have like a finite amount of fucking glycogen, and then once you go down and come back up, there's no way that you're gonna be able to perform as well as." And I just be like, I don't care. Like I don't care. Like the point of today was to hit a good snatch in this range, and if dropping down is gonna help them mentally do it, then that's the point. That's what I was getting at. If it helps you, I don't need it to necessarily be proven with evidence. I go to the sauna all the time. I love that shit. There is evidence that says the sauna is good for you. If they said the sauna doesn't help you at all, I would still go. I would still go, bro. As long as they say that shit doesn't hurt you, that's when I would start looking into it. They said like the sauna just destroys your muscles and blah blah blah. I'll be like, ooh, I need to actually like look into this. But if they're like this shit's placebo, it doesn't physically do anything like evidence based, I'll be like, whatever. As long as my mind believes that shit, bro, I feel good when I come out of there. I feel rejuvenated, bro. I'm gonna keep doing this shit. So everything doesn't need to be evidence based. Well, forensic analysis can tell what gender and race and age a person was solely by their skeleton. So what he said about dinosaur skeletons doesn't make sense. Yeah, here's the thing. You're not wrong, but a lot of stuff like that, you'll be surprised that it's not 100%. That is the problem. The problem is, like, even with any kind of forensic anything, like, not even just that, DNA test, whatever. That's why when you see, like, a paternity test, it says 99.9. It's never going to say 100% because they're just saying this shit's so similar. I'm pretty sure you're their dad. That shit can be wrong, bro, because it's just not 100%. It's using all the stuff that we know, and we're saying, based on all the stuff that we've done before, bro, you're the dad, bro. Like, if you're not the dad, you're the one in a billion, bro. And I'm sorry that we fucked you over, but you're the dad. So it's kind of like that, which is like I said, carbon dating, all of that stuff, like it's close to accurate, but you can never say it's 100% because like you literally were not there. Like someone could come along and say, you know what? This method is good, but I never realized, and you guys never realized that we were doing this little step the wrong way. We didn't take this into account. So everything is actually 5,000 years off. Does that mean that the method itself was completely invalid? No, it means it was a little bit off. But that means everything that you did in the past was wrong. That could totally change like some hypothesis that you had about something happening in the year 50,000 BC. I'm just making up numbers and shit. Because now it's 55,000 or 45,000, whichever one it might be. So if you can't say that it's true, it's only half true. So, uh, yeah, but that's all. All the DNA tests and shit, all of this shit, bro. Like, I did Ancestry, bro. I paid the $99 or whatever, and it's cool to look at. I know that like they can't say like with 100% certainty like this is your DNA. It's just like yo, based on the other 50,000 North Africans that we fucking took saliva from, you're just like these dudes. You're probably from this area, probably. I'm not gonna lie, Ancestry.com, pretty accurate with mine, bro. I only gave them my saliva. They came up with this whole story about how my family got split in between Louisiana and Texas, and I was like, hey, my mom's from Texas, my dad's from Louisiana, so like, they're doing something. I don't know how accurate it is, but they're doing something. It's a very, very good guess, yes. But if you want to take stuff to an extreme, do you kill someone? Do you give them the death penalty off of a very, very good guess? Or does it need to be 100%? If I'm going to give you capital punishment, if I'm going to take your life away, should I tell the judge, bro, I'm kind of sure that this dude did the murder. Because that's what we see all the time now, bro. How many cases have we seen overturned in just the last 5 years? They're like, yo, actually, whatever the fuck they was doing with the DNA back then, that shit was wrong as hell, bro. This dude was not even there, bro. You know what? Hold on, let me find the name of this documentary. Great documentary, bro, about the dude who was on death row. Or I don't know if he was on death row, but he got charged for murder. And his lawyer saw him in Larry Davis joint. What is that shit called? It's a comedy thing. It's a Jewish comedy. Murder. Larry David. Larry David saved man from Curb Your Enthusiasm. There we go. So this dude got charged with murder. Maybe even convicted. Let me see. If Juan had been home that night, he might be on death row right now. Also, no, it's exactly what I think. 14 years ago, Juan, now 39, was almost convicted of murder before unused footage from an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm proved that he had an ironclad alibi. And there's a Netflix documentary about it. He was 24. He got charged with the murder of a 16-year-old. Her sister had already testified against him and his brother. Blah, blah, blah. An eyewitness even identified him as the killer, bro. I felt like I was being framed, blah, blah, blah. He said I wasn't supposed to be at that game. He got tickets at the last minute. It gives him chills to think about. Anyways, the point is, yeah, it was on Netflix. The point is, they were sure that this dude committed a murder, bro, until his lawyer was like, bro, you know what? The time y'all are saying that he was at the murder, he was literally at a Dodgers game, bro. I have the video. If they didn't have the video, this dude was going to jail, bro. Imagine if that was capital punishment. They was going to take this dude's life off of some shit that they thought that they were like sure about. How many times does that happen to somebody? We don't know, bro, because they're dead now. Like, that is the only reason that I'm shaky on a death penalty. When I was a kid, I used to be like, bro, who gives a fuck? Kill those motherfuckers. Like, put them on the firing line and shoot them in the face. But now I see so much stuff like this literally every day, bro. You can see a story like guy gets released after 23 years after figuring out that like the DNA evidence was just wrong, bro. Um, and I'm like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't kill people, bro, just in case something like that happens. I mean, if they die a natural death, it still sucks. But at least up until they die, they have a chance of being proven innocent. It just kind of sucks. Like, 'cause there's no way to know. Like I said, if that dude wasn't at that game, how do you prove that he wasn't there? Like they were sure, bro. Prosecution gonna start using deep fakes. Hey man, they say you can tell if something's a deep fake if you got the AI to prove it, but I guess the AI could lie too. So I don't really know where we're going with deep fakes, man. It's gonna get scary. It's gonna get scary, man. I don't know how I started talking about that, but bowhead whales may have a cancer-defying superpower. Bowhead whales' cells repair damaged DNA exceptionally well, an ability that could prevent cancer and help the marine mammals live for centuries. Wow. We need to take their DNA. Did I watch the first 48 or Dateline? Yeah, for sure, bro. My mom used to watch the first 48 every night and then complain that she couldn't sleep and that she had anxiety. I'm like, bro, you watch shows about people killing people a town over from us. Of course you have anxiety. First 48 was hilarious though. Those dudes, like, it would snitch so fast, bro. They'd just be like, man, I don't know nothing, man. I wasn't there. I don't know that dude, man. They'd be like, Robert, they pointed you out. They point they pointed you out. And they'll be like, okay, man, let me tell you everything that happened. I'm just like, bro, you didn't even try, bro. You didn't even try to not snitch. Where the Bro, I'm gonna kill this thing. I gotta just wait for it to fly by again. I can hear it. It knows I'm trying to kill it. It wouldn't fly back in my face. My dog got scared when I did that clap. Jimbo. Yeah, the interrogation scenes were hilarious, to be honest. Hilarious. How long have I been on here? Hour 40. Solid. It's only 8:55. To be honest, as long as y'all are talking, I stay on here at least till 9:30. I stayed on till what, 10 o'clock last night? But I got on super late last night. So I'm not doing more than 3 hours because that's just crazy. But it's still daylight where you are? Yes. I mean, it's like the sun is setting, but I mean, you can see on my face that the sun is still out. It's like the blinds are closed too, so the sun is coming in from um, a limited spot. There's only a little bit of window open for the sun to come in, and it's still right on my face. Pause. So yes, it's still daylight. I imagine it will still be daylight for about another 20 minutes. You can see all the purple and red, and it's definitely setting right now. Panamula, how's your Spanish going? We haven't talked about your Spanish in at least like 3 or 4 lives, bro. How's your Spanish going? How is your potential trip taking going? Hopefully, we convince you not to go to Venezuela, but what's next? Still waiting on that video. I know, man. I'm just a liar. Is eventually I'm gonna make it. I just don't know when. Yesterday I ended up making a different video. I was actually gonna make that video, but I learned about phantom hand syndrome, alien hand syndrome, whatever the fuck I made the video about. I don't know if y'all saw it or not. But if you look at my YouTube shorts, I made a short video about alien hand syndrome where um, your hand moves without you consciously moving it. So like I'll be talking and my hand might move over here and grab something and I'll be like, I didn't do that. Like I'm not controlling this hand. It's a real thing. But I made a Spanish video about that. I don't know if y'all have ever seen. I don't know how much y'all watch my shit, but on TikTok I make a Cosa que no sabías series. So that was like number 10 or 9 in the series. So I don't think I saw that video. Well, yeah, when you get off of here, click my shorts, watch that video. It's very short. It's like 30 seconds. Just a little bit of information just to make you aware that the syndrome exists. I don't really make like 10-minute videos talking about this stuff. What do I think of Rosetta Stone, bro? I haven't heard of Rosetta Stone since I was like 8 years old. But I can tell you right now, if it's an application, if it's a program that doesn't involve talking to people, it's not great. Not great for conversation. Like I said before about Duolingo or anything else, you saw an ad for a lifetime membership. Listen, I think anything can be used as a supplement. I think if you're like, I consider myself a learner, right? Once I get into something and I know how it functions, I can use anything to make myself better at it. Like for instance with Spanish, right? I watch TV shows, I watch movies, podcasts, I read books. But I'm in the process already. I already know how to use it to better my conversations. The problem is when you're at the beginning of a process, whether it's language, weightlifting, whatever, you don't know shit about shit. So you don't know how to apply any of the stuff that you're getting to the process. That is the problem. Steve Kaufman or some dude that speaks 13 languages could probably take the back of a chapstick and become better at the language. But the bottom line is that you need to talk. Like you need to talk to people. Anything outside of that is a supplement to help those conversations where you talk to people. Like you need to talk a lot, bro. How many lessons do you think you did with your Colombian friend? Considering I still talk to him, and today actually that's why I got on here early because his aunt died last night. So our conversation was very brief. I was just making sure he was good and stuff like that. So we didn't have a full, like, normally Monday, Thursday, and Friday, we talk for a full hour. So I talk to him 3 times a week. So if I didn't talk to anyone else in the world in Spanish, I would talk to him 3 times a week. And I've done that with him since, I want to say, I could look at the first time I ever paid him, but it was like the summer of 2020, I think. No, it couldn't have been. Cause I hit 2 years. I hit 2 years of taking it seriously in December when I went to Puerto Rico. Doesn't matter. Who cares? It's somewhere between 2 and 3 years. So however many times, 3 times a week, just apply that times 3 years. That's a roughly about the amount of conversation that you're gonna get. Especially because In the beginning, we actually used to do 4. So I was doing like Monday, Tuesday, take a break, Thursday, Friday. But when I went back to work and stuff like that, at some point I dropped it to 2, and then at some point I picked it back up to 3. Because at one point I had a bunch of Spanish only speaking clients and I was a personal trainer, but I switched jobs and shit. And like the people I deal with now, I deal with a lot of Puerto Ricans that are bilingual. And so if it's just us, we'll speak Spanish. But if we're in a group, we won't speak Spanish because it's like it's just rude. You know what I mean? Like we're all talking about something. You don't want to just like start speaking a different language and everybody's what the fuck? What are they talking about, bro? So like there's days where I might if there's only a couple people, like let's just say there's 3 Puerto Rican soldiers, I might talk to them for an hour and some change and it's only Spanish. But like today, did I speak in Spanish? No, I haven't spoken a single word of Spanish today, besides with my friend, right? So that's why I picked it back up to 3 times a week because I'm like, all right, like I don't want to like end up just not speaking Spanish ever, and then just like feeling rusty when I talk to people out of nowhere. Um, what exactly were we covering in those lessons? Well, in the beginning, I'll tell you his process because it's probably still the same process for everyone he takes on. I was his first ever person. I gave him the idea, but he's kind of like a natural teacher. So, first thing he did, he was like, "Before I take your money, let's uh let's make sure you need it because as far as he knew, I spoke Spanish. I would message him on Instagram in Spanish, but I'm like using a translator and shit, bro. I can't speak Spanish. And so he's like, let's just talk, you know, 10 to 30 minutes and let's just see like where you're at. And we got on the phone and I was like, damn, bro, I could have swore I was better than this. And I just couldn't say anything, bro. He would ask me questions and I just would like freeze up, bro. And I'm like, I know this stuff, bro. Like, why can't I say it? Like, I know this stuff. It's like basic stuff, bro. Like, where are you from? What did you do today? Stuff like that. And like, I would understand it when he said it, but like when I wanted to speak, I would be like, uh, and I just like, it's like I couldn't say it, bro. I don't know how to explain it. You've probably experienced it if you've had a conversation. So the first thing that we did was like we went to like little kid mode, bro. Like he was like, "Yo, let's make sure that you're pronouncing everything super correctly." Like so we went like ABC mode. And kind of like I talked about on here before, the English sounds and the Spanish sounds are not the same for vowels. So we had to get that out of the way. We had to get the double R's out of the way. Like in my mind, I was pronouncing everything correctly until I started with him. And he would just be like, no, no, no. Like he would literally just make me keep saying it over and over again. And until I would say it right, he'd be like, that's so. And I'll be like, bro, like I literally just said that 50 times in a row. He'd be like, no, they're different. You're going to understand in the future, but they're totally different. Because like I would say the single R and the double R almost the same. Like I knew they were different, but I was saying them differently, but I didn't realize I was. Or I was saying them the same. Sorry, I was saying them the same because like I'm from Texas, bro. Like we say R is heavy. So like, let me think. What's a word? For instance, like ahora, right? But then there's also the word ahorrar. I would basically be saying that shit the same, bro. Like I would be saying like ahorra, and he would just be like, "No, that's a different word, bro. Like you're saying like saving versus like right now." And I just be like, "What's this dude talking about, bro?" And so, like literally, bro, it'd be like 30 minutes of me saying a word like 100 times. And he was like, "No, no, 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 yep." And I'd be like, "The f-" We do that over and over again until I would be like, "Wait, I'm starting to see what sounds correct." Once I got that, it was basically that because I already knew the alphabet. I just the pronunciation was off. I was like, "Hello, gringo," right? And so once we did that, it was still little kid mode. I don't have the books no more, but they were like little kids books, bro. Like the most basic words that you could think of, like the most basic nouns, bro. Like niño, señora, stuff like that, chosa, like all this like little stuff. And I don't know, we went through like a whole book like that, and then we started getting into making sure I knew the past tense and the future tense because I already knew the present tense. And then after that, it was like purely conversation for the most part with him correcting me like every 5 seconds. I gave him an open lane. Like I was like, hey yo, anytime I say something wrong, stop me right there and correct me. Some people don't like that. Some people would rather like get their sentence out and then get the corrections. But like I want to know like right there, like nah, that's wrong, bro. Like straight up. So anytime I would say something too, I was like, is there a better way to say that? Like a lot of like okay, like when you order something at a restaurant, like a lot of English speakers, because they do like a direct translation, they'll say like puedo tener blah blah blah, and it's like nah, bro. Like like a tutor might let you go with that because they'll be like, you're not saying wrong words, just nobody would order food like that, right? But I would tell him, I'm like, bro, if you wouldn't say it like that and no one in your family would say it like that, tell me I'm wrong, bro. Like, I want to talk like how people talk, bro. I don't want people to be like, like, why did you just say that? Um, so, yeah, that was basically the process. Like, once I got the sounds, once I got enough, um, like, nouns and verbs to, like, have the most basic conversation, like it was just talking, bro. Like to this day, what's up, bro? What you got going on in your life? He'll tell me about his life. I tell him about my life, and then like we're kind of doing what I'm doing right now, bro. We're like, yo, did you see that shit with the submarine? Did you see this? He'll be like, did you see the 4 kids in my country got rescued? I'll be like, nah, send me the article, bro. He'll send me the article. I'll read it with him, and he'll tell me about it. Like, oh, if you don't know this person, this is this, and blah blah blah, right? So it's just like regular conversations. Like we weren't doing anything crazy. Like I said, you need to talk, bro. You need to talk so that you can know like your faults, bro. Like even now, like when I talk, I know. It's like I know ahead of time of like what I'm gonna struggle on. I don't. I would say like if I graded myself, if I like said there's something I need to work on, it's like when I start talking about like 4 different people, bro, when I'm like trying to think of like who said what to what, bro, I start getting mad confused. But I probably would do that in English too. I don't know. But the point is, I already know from how, because I talk all the time, bro. So I already know like where I stumble at. If I need to say, I said this to him, but nah, check this out. Right when I said that, he said this to this dude. I start being like, nah, le dijo, nah, and le dije, and I just be like, oh, fuck, I confused myself, bro. Like, so, but that's only stuff that you can find out from talking, bro. Like, you literally have to talk. Bro, have you ever watched La Familia? Guessing that says Peluche. No, I have not watched it. What's it about? Oh, actually, I could just Google it. Let me see. Oh, it's it's Peluche, but it's P dot. I thought it was a typo. A Mexican family sitcom created by blah blah blah. It's a spinoff. Nah, I never watched it. Looks like it would be funny. Honestly, nah, I never seen it. I'm trying to see if I know any of the people in it. They don't really look familiar. Oh, wait. might know this dude. Oh, that's because he's Gohan in the Spanish dub of Dragon Ball. That's why. Yeah. Nah, but I never watched that shit. It's a must watch if a person wants to deep dive into Mexican Spanish. At least watch some clips. Yeah, Mexican Spanish is crazy, man. I the boxing gym that I used to go to, I don't know if any of y'all watch boxing, but if y'all know like David Benavidez, Jose Benavidez, like I used to go to their boxing gym right up the street. I just don't anymore because of my work schedule. But them motherfuckers is Mexican, bro. And like, I'm not gonna lie, bro, I will be struggling just because of like the amount of like slang that I don't use because I be talking to Caribbean Spanish speakers. Like the motherfuckers say pedo for everything, bro. Or like madre, padre. Like, oh, okay, padre, wait. I'm like, what the fuck does que padre mean, bro? Like, what does that mean, bro? I mean, I have an idea now because I've talked to them so much, and I watch like shows. But when I first started going there, bro, I'd just be like, what the like. I'd be like, nah, maybe he said something else. There's no way that he said que padre. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, but they were saying that. You would think like also you know like when you see stereotypes and you're like, nah, motherfuckers don't do that shit, bro. That's hella stereotypical. Like those dudes really said wait. Like they said wait like every 5 seconds. Wait. And I just be like, oh, I didn't know like I didn't know people really said that shit like that. Cause like I said, I don't be hanging around Mexicans like that. Even like when I lived in San Antonio and shit, like I had, I think I still have more Puerto Rican friends than Mexican friends in those times. Like, so I just wasn't exposed to a lot of that. And so, like I said, now I have a better handle of it. But even still, bro, like I went to this. I don't know if any. I think probably Dakota's the only person that follows me on Instagram here. But I got this video where I'm like holding a rooster. I was at a Mexican party like last weekend, and like all these people would come up and talk to me. They're like, "Yo, my son told me you speak Spanish," and they'll be talking to me, and I just be like, "Bro, like, I understand what they're saying, but like, they just talk so differently, bro. They just talk so differently that like I would have to like really be concentrated, bro. Cause sometimes like what happens is somebody says something to you, and they're like, "How'd you learn Spanish?" And that part is simple, and you answer it, and then they're like, "Oh, this motherfucker really speaks Spanish." And then it just starts getting faster and less formal. And then they're like, "Let's take a shot." Then they're like, let's do this," and they start using their own slang. And then you're like, "All right, bro, hold on a second, hold on. Let's slow it back down. Let's go back to a little bit more formal speak, bro. I'm not Mexican. I don't know half the words that you're using right now. You know what I'm saying?" You really be watching anime in Spanish? Not all the time. I usually watch it in Japanese, but some like bro, Death Note, 100%. I don't care what anyone says. The Spanish dub of Death Note sounds better than any of the other languages, bro, and I'm not joking. But other ones, the Spanish be goofy, bro. Like I couldn't watch it if I wanted to. Like I tried to do JoJo's in Spanish. I was like, no, no, trash. And like, especially if it's an actual Spanish dub and it's not like Latino, like it's not a Latin dub, it's horrible, bro. Horrible. Yes. I did know that about Mexican Spanish. I know some of those words, bro. I actually, so full cap. I have a tattoo on my chest, a Lawicole, bro. I don't know if you know who Lawicole is, but I have a plan of getting all of these warriors from different cultures tattooed on me. But Lawicole was the first one I got, and he was an Aztec warrior. So I got mad respect for Aztec warriors, man. I thought Mexican Spanish was the easiest, but I guess I'm wrong. So here's the thing, bro. I never really say stuff is like easier or harder. It just depends on how much exposure you have to it. I think you might have heard me talk about this before. Lots of people say like Puerto Rican Spanish, Dominican Spanish is like so fast, so hard. It's because they don't talk to anyone from there, and uh then just like out of nowhere they talk to them and they don't understand any of the slang and they're like, they talk so fast, and then I don't like, they use crazy words, and it's like, well, yeah, to you, because that's like your first conversation, or like it's the only conversation you have with someone from there. It's like if you talk to someone from like the deep south but you're from New York, you're probably gonna be like a little bit lost because it's just different, you know what I mean? So I will say this, in general, the general Mexican and Colombian accent, when I was a beginner, those were the most clear accents to me. Like like older Mexican people, not like young people in the shows and shit. Because like I said, the slang they use is just crazy. But like Mexicans on the news, um, and like not not TV shows, even podcasts. Like a lot of the podcasts that I probably recommended to you last time for like beginner grammar stuff, those would be Mexican podcasts. I'll be like, yo, I can actually understand these dudes. Like, it's like pretty clear. Same thing with Colombians. Is they're a little more musical than Mexicans. Like it's got a little bit of a different tone, but it would still be pretty clear. Whereas like Caribbean Spanish, kind of like even when they're like officials and they're on the news and stuff, they still don't fully say the S's and stuff like that. So it's not exactly the same clarity. There's no way Death Note about to sound better in Spanish. I promise you, bro. I promise you, I wouldn't make that up. And that's really the only one that I can say sounds good. And that's why I'm telling you, bro. I've tried it with a bunch of different anime. As a matter of fact, I watched Parasite in Spanish too. I watched Parasite in Spanish. But pretty much every other one I watched in Japanese. I don't think I've ever watched one in English. It just always sounds disgusting. I can't do it. So, I don't know. I need to make sure I save this. La familia peluche. I need to put it in my saved. Oh man. Let me check the chat. Oh damn, I need to update it. That's why. Okay. That's true. I watched No Country for Old Men once and didn't understand. Bro, what? No Country for Old Men's not even crazy like that. You crazy, bro. What Spanish word do you use for the word straw, as in drinking straw? Sorbeto. But what do Mexicans say? Mexicans say popote, right? Popote. I think Mexicans say popote. I'm not sure, actually. But this is my point. If you're unfamiliar with what a culture uses, oh yeah, popote. See, like I knew that, but maybe if I heard it randomly out of context or something, it probably would have taken a second for my brain to register. I did know pajita. I was just about to say like popote is cool, pitillo is cool, bro. When people say pajita, I'm like, don't you think that's kind of weird? To like, I know you're asking for a straw, but like, I think that's weird, bro. I just think that's weird. I know a couple other ones, but I can't think of it. Like I said, I know Colombians, Venezuelans, they say pitillo. What do other people say? can't think of what Dominicans say right now. I know, paja. But when I think of the word paja, I think you know what I think of. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I don't always know what stuff means in Mexican Spanish, but if I say me hice una paja, like, I'm not talking about no straws. Paja straw, as in what it fed to cattle. Yeah, for sure. No Country for Old Men is in some of my favorite movies. Yeah. You know what, man? Once it was pointed out to me that there was no music ever in No Country for Old Men, bro, I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. I already loved that movie. I read that there was no music in there, and I'm like, bullshit. There's not a single ounce of music in that movie, bro. That's how good it is. The dialogue and the action is that good that there's never any music in it. That's crazy, bro. It might be the only movie that doesn't have music in it. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm surprised you're branching out your anime. But what did you think of Death Note and Parasite? Bro, I watched those like years ago. I thought Death Note was amazing. I wasn't too fond of the ending. Not even the ending. I just didn't like that. I didn't like that L and that second little dude were so smart, bro. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, these dudes would have like, they were like Batman, bro. They were like, yeah, I knew he might kill me, so I had like this plan just in case this happened. And if he was on to me for this plan, I actually had planned this, and I have this successor. And I'm like, come on, dog, you're not that smart. Stop it. Stop it. And as far as Parasite, I loved Parasite. Same thing. I don't remember exactly what happened at the end because it's been so long. I remember the parasites were taking over more and more people, and they had claimed to have come up with a test to see if you're a parasite. And I remember me like decided to like go to sleep forever or some shit like that. I don't remember, but I was like, come on, dog, don't end it like this. Don't piss me off. La Pia. Never seen it. Deep, deep. Do, 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 do. Bro, something is happening outside that's pissing me off. La Catedral del Mar. It's also pretty cool. Don't know what that is, but I'll look it up. There's a Spanish series called Cuéntame Cómo Pasó. It's about what it was like during the Franco regime. I'll look it up. Let's see right now. Cuéntame Cómo Pasó. Usually shortened to Cuéntame, and also known in English as Remember When, is a Spanish primetime television drama series which has been broadcast on blah 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 since 2001. Damn, that shit been running for 22 years, bro. I'm not watching that, bro. I don't know how many episodes there are, but that's like the one thing that stresses me out, bro. Like I know that's just like how telenovelas work, but bro, me and my wife would be like, "Yo, let's watch the show," and we're like, "Oh man, there's only 3 seasons on Netflix." Season 1, 123 episodes. I'm like, bro, what? Like, we're never gonna get through this show, bro. And like each season's like 124 episodes, cause like in real life they just run the show, but on Netflix they pick it up and they're like, all right, well, there's 400 episodes. How are we gonna split this up into seasons? Oh man, but if it's been running for 22 years, bro, I am not watching that. I'm not starting something that ran for 22 years. I just can't. I agree. I think they should have ended it after episode 25. L L shouldn't have had a successor. Yeah, that's what I think too, bro. I wanted him to just kind of go crazy. I didn't like the idea that he was kind of like handicapped by this super genius that doesn't have any powers, bro. If I had a Death Note, I would have wiped out everyone that suspected me of anything, bro. Come on, be serious. Will I do a live tomorrow? There's a good chance I will, yeah. Saturday I almost always watch boxing, so the fact that I know I'm probably not gonna get on Saturday makes me more likely to do a live tomorrow because I only get a couple days out of the week to do this. So yeah, good chance I'll be on here tomorrow. Maybe not quite as early. It might take me till like 7:30 or so to get on, cause I got stuff to do tomorrow. But I should be here. Should be here. I'm guessing it's bedtime for you. It is 9:30. I did say I was gonna stay on till 9:45, 10ish. So my time's running out too. I can push it to 10 if people are gonna stay on here. There's 6 people in the chat right now. Let me see if my wife's up in here. She be creeping, bro. But yeah, I would have liked to see him go on as a living god. But he was told when he started using it that he was gonna die. So when they wrote his name in a death note, I was not surprised. Phil, you watch anime, bro? I've never seen an episode of Breaking Bad, but it's on my list. Breaking Bad was good. I think it's a little bit overhyped. Like they kind of lost me, bro. I stopped watching it like a couple seasons in, but it's good. The Wire is good. Sopranos is good. If you haven't watched those, probably watch those before Breaking Bad because they're way better. Dragon Ball only. Okay, so you don't watch anime. Dragon Ball is like legendary though. I saw someone on Twitter debating like what had a bigger impact, like Dragon Ball, Naruto, or like something else, and I'm like, be serious, bro. Like everyone in the world knows what Dragon Ball Z is. Like, be serious. I've also never seen The Godfather. Yeah, you're kind of slacking there, bro. I can't lie. But yeah, you have you seen Scarface? Surely you've seen Scarface. If you haven't seen Scarface, that's insane, bro. Godfather is goated. I agree. Agreed. I watched Dragon Ball and King of the Hill. Damn it, the hell? That's another thing too. Like I'm not gonna act like Boomhauer didn't have an accent that he talked crazy, right? But people people that are not from the South think that Boomhauer is like unintelligible. They think that he's like not saying words, bro. But like I'm like, no, he's saying stuff, bro. He just has a thick accent. But like it's just crazy, like that people thought he was saying nothing. I'm like, that kind of means like you weren't you were missing part of the show, bro. Like if you thought he wasn't really saying words, like he was just like a typical country dude. Like get on the goddamn on live and get on reading these comments and see what's going on here, man. But people just thought, I guess, that he was just making noises. I was be like, oh no, bro. Like they really put Mr. Bob on TV. Yeah, that shit's mad racist, but I didn't know it was racist, to be honest. That shit's literal. Like they just were like, yo, let's make a character in blackface. That would be cool. I wish you would play a clip of the how the Spanish guy accent because his accent is not that bad. Bro, you also have to consider if you went and looked at his accent, if you went and looked at his page, you probably looked at a recent video after he's lived in Colombia for years. When I was watching him in what 2020, this dude was from Tennessee. Actually, I'll have to turn my volume on and play the clip of him, bro. You mean why not Spanish though? Not how to Spanish. Why not Spanish? It's why not Spanish, right? Yeah. Aprende español con why not Spanish. Okay. So let's go to videos. Okay, and I can sort it by most old, bro. So you know I'm about to get a good one. Hmm. See, the thing is, he used to not speak in videos. So I have to get to the point where he was comfortable with actually speaking. Put his basic test to, or he put his basic Spanish to the test in Colombia. This is what I want to hear. All right, I'm about to turn this shit up.
Nashville. ¿Y tú dónde vives? En Bogotá. ¿Y qué haces de pasatiempo?
This is him.
Um, me, uf, don't know that one. Me gusta, me gusta ver videos. Okay,
Me gusta ver videos. Like, that's pretty country, bro.
videos,
Let
bien.
me see if I get.
Spanish. That's with it.
Let's see. Can I get another interaction?
Este juego es sanas. Oye, mira, qué bonito.
His accent is not that southern.
Um,
In Spanish, it is.
mil,
Meal?
ciento,
Cento?
ciento nueve mil
Cento nuevo meal?
900.
109.900.
Sí.
No nos alcanza, no nos alcanza.
All right, hold on. Let me listen to the Larry the Cable Guy first. You about to get my channel banned, bro. Larry the Cable Guy. What do I need to type in? Larry the Cable Guy. Oh, hold on. We had a misunderstanding, bro. I don't know what I thought you said. My fault. I thought you said the Cable Guy. You know what the Cable Guy movie was? I was like, bro, that dude wasn't even Southern. Like, my fault. I was like thinking of the Jim Carrey movie. You're talking about this comedian. Hold on, let me turn this down so hopefully YouTube doesn't pick it up. Let me hear how southern his accent is. Best of Larry the Cable Guy. I remember him.
You know what killed me at Christmas last year, food wise?
Oh,
The
no,
Kentucky
no, no,
Fried
no,
Chicken.
no. No. His accent's not worse than this dude. Sorry. I just read Cable Guy, bro. I don't know. I don't think I saw you say Larry, to be honest. No, his accent is not worse than this. But he does have an accent. He is from Tennessee. Alright, let me go back to the chat. We had a coach at Edison that basically spoke like him, but a little slowed down. Yeah, it's like a typical Texas Southern accent. Like I said, Boomhauer is like obviously like comical, but I'm like, it's not that crazy. Got, got that one accent, man. Got that one accent, but you can understand him though, man. Whew, my wife just texted me. She's probably like, "Get off of live and let's watch Netflix." Okay, I'm glad we got that settled. Yeah, I was not thinking of Larry the Cable Guy, bro. If you typed Larry the Cable Guy, I didn't read the Larry part. I definitely just saw Cable Guy, and I was like, "What the dude didn't even have an accent, bro." Like, me gusta. Damn, bro, you don't watch Jim Carrey movies? That's crazy. So you haven't seen like the number 23 and like his serious movies, bro. His serious movies are actually better than his comedy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you. How many? How many minutes is 3 hours? Oh hell no, I'm not doing 3 hours. I'll go to 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock's the latest. Dumb and Dumber and Irene. Oh okay. Me, myself, and Irene was pretty good, but it doesn't touch his serious movies, bro. His serious movies are pretty good, bro. They're pretty good. Bro's gotta explore some more facts. Let me look up Jim Carrey movies so I can tell you which ones. First of all, top of the list. I don't even have to look at this. Uh, The Truman Show. It's the most famous movie, bro. How have you not seen that? That's insane. That's one of the best movies of all time. Yes Man was pretty good. He did a skit on how the Spaniards conquered Mexico. It's pretty good. Wait, Jim Carrey? What's a serious one I should watch? The Truman Show is. I'll say that's the oldest, most classic one. Um, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is like him and his girl get their minds wiped to forget about each other or some shit like that. I can't remember, but it was pretty good. The number 23 was good to me, and Dakota put that too. But what you call it? It doesn't have a good rating on here, but I thought it was good. A series of unfortunate events. That's not serious. But the Truman Show, yep. Truman Show has 95% as a rating, so you know that's good. The Majestic, nah, it was just okay. The Cable Guy, nah, that wasn't even serious. That was a joke movie. Yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff on here, but like I said, the Truman Show, the number 23, and Eternal Sunshine on the Spotless Mind are definitely worth watching. There's a movie on here called Dark Crimes that looks very serious, but it's bearded Jim Carrey, which scares me. So I'm not gonna recommend that to you. I'm on top chat again. I gotta go to live chat to see all the comments. But still, Rolando, I don't see I don't see a previous comment from you, unless it was a long time ago. Nope, I see the last comment you said that. There's that. No, I don't see no Carlos Vallarta, bro. What about any books I recommend? Well, it depends on what you like reading, bro. Cause I read a lot of books, bro. Like a lot. Like not even joking. I read like maybe not a book a week anymore, but I still read like every single day. So, well, you can't say any because well, like, what if I recommend you? I don't know something that you don't like, bro. Do you want it in English? Do you want it in Spanish? Do you have a book that you like? Cause that can help. That can help you, or that can help me give you a book. Can help me recommend you a book if I know what you like to read. What's my go-to genre? It kind of just depends, man. I don't really have a go-to. I'm like the type of person that if I'm interested in the subject on that day, like let's just say I was watching someone's live like this and they were talking, right? And they were just like, "Oh yeah, I'm from here and if you want to learn about like this war, this book is good." I'll literally go buy the book on Amazon and just like start reading it like immediately. So one of my favorite books is The War on All Puerto Ricans, bro. It's an amazing book. And it just talks about the relationship between the United States and Puerto Rico, and you'll learn so much stuff that you didn't even know happened, bro. Like, there's a dude, um, who I don't want to get anything wrong. Let me pull him up. But when I learned about him in Puerto Rico, right? We're in Viejo San Juan, right? And somebody's talking about him, and I was like, "Did you say he speaks 6 languages fluently?" And they're like, "Well, yeah, he's like one of the most brilliant minds to ever come out of Puerto Rico. You know, he helped draft the Irish Constitution, and he fought alongside this American general. He was the first black person to ever go to World War, and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Hold on a second." I'm like, "How do I not know this, bro? Like, how is this not?" How's this not something that I learned in history? So they're talking and they're like, yeah, if you read the book, all the War on All Puerto Ricans, you'll realize that the American government locked him up in prison for spreading like revolutionist ideologies, and they poisoned him with radiation over the course of blah 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 years. And when they finally released him, like 30 years later, he basically died like immediately. So he died from radiation poisoning from the government. But let me let me go to his bio. Pedro Avisu Campos, like brilliant, brilliant dude. But the point is, I learned about him in real life. Somebody mentioned the book. I was like, hold on, hold on, hold on. Went and bought it on Amazon immediately, like while they were talking, bro. Went home, started reading it, and there was just so much that I learned, bro. I learned about how Puerto Ricans weren't allowed to fly their flags, bro. When we took over that shit, there was a time period where you would literally go to jail for having a Puerto Rican flag, which is why Puerto Ricans have that shit everywhere now, bro. It's like a big fuck you. Like we made it past the ban and we're still proud of who we are. So that's why they got flags everywhere, bro. They got the flags on their shirt and the car bumper stickers on their shoes, everything. And like if you don't know the history behind it, you're just like, bro, that's so outrageous. Why they got flags everywhere, bro? And then you read about what happened to them, how they weren't allowed to speak Spanish growing up. Like you could get smacked in the mouth for speaking Spanish because there was rules against that shit. They were forced to learn English in school and stuff like this. And that yeah, that book was good, man. But I'm gonna just kind of skim through this bio because it's super long. But I'm just kind of just like telling you how brilliant he was. So blah blah blah. He was the son of a mom who was the daughter of slaves. Um, he grew up in poverty in 1912, and he was awarded a scholarship to study chemistry and engineering at the University of Vermont. A year later, after going there, he transferred to the university. He transferred to Harvard University, majoring in chemistry and literature, and becoming the first Puerto Rican Harvard graduate. He served in the African American military unit during World War One, and the racism that he encountered during his service instilled in him a negative view of the United States. So after his honorable discharge, he went to Harvard Law School. He graduated from law school in 1921. His fluency in 8 languages brought him offers of official posts with the U.S. government. However, he rejected them and returned to Puerto Rico. So obviously, you know that pissed him off. And in 1921, he devoted himself to the cause of Puerto Rican independence. So he wanted Puerto Rico to not be anything with the United States, which is going to lead to him getting locked up for decades and killed. A passionate speaker, he quickly became a leading force within the Puerto Rican Nationalist Party. Blah blah blah. 1927, as the vice president of the party, he conducted diplomatic visits to DR, Haiti, Cuba, Mexico, Panama, Peru, Venezuela, and he garnered support for the unified anti-colonial struggle. Hearing all of this, I'm sure you're probably like, wow, this makes sense. Yes, Axel, I was just telling them how we learned about him while we were in Puerto Rico, and I immediately copped that book that he brought up because I'm like, hold on, like this dude is hella intelligent, and like, why didn't I know about him? So, blah, blah, blah. 2 members of his party were assassinated. Or, sorry, 2 members of the opposite party to him were assassinated, and basically they charged everyone in his party with conspiracy. And despite court appeals, they threw him and everyone else in a federal penitentiary in Atlanta in 1937. Uh, they released him in 1947. The computer froze up. Hold on a second. Upon his return to Puerto Rico, basically he started the same shit back up. He was going hard again, even 10 years later. Got arrested again, and he got sentenced to 80 years in prison by Harry Truman. He got a pardon like half a decade later, and then they revoked that pardon. The next president revoked the pardon and put him back in jail. It's pretty fucked up, but yeah. So his health deteriorated again while he was in prison. He suffered a stroke in 1956. He said that he was poisoned with radiation. Nobody believed him. That's how smart he was. He knew he was being poisoned with radiation. The U.S. Department of Energy confirmed that in 1994, and he was pardoned once more in 1964, but he died the following year that he was pardoned for the last time. So yeah, basically like the back half of his life was just him in jail and getting poisoned by radiation. But that dude was crazy smart, bro. Fluent in 8 languages, and he did all this stuff. Like I said, half of that stuff I didn't even read, bro. Like I said, he helped draft the Constitution for Ireland. He did a bunch of stuff with the Mexican government to help them. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. Uh, some U.S. doctors tried to genocide the Puerto Ricans. Yeah, I posted a video about that on Twitter before. They were like really trying to take Puerto Ricans out, bro. That's what I'm saying. If you read that book, The War Against All Puerto Ricans, you'll read like literally not even joking, like 50 to 100 different things like that, where it's just like, you know what, actually, like, yeah, they can say whatever they want about us because they were getting done dirty, bro. Don't they want statehood? A lot of them, no. A lot of them don't. Actually doesn't benefit them. A lot of them. They were using sterilization, yeah. Some Puerto Ricans do not want statehood. Some don't want anything to do with USA. Yeah, I don't know how long it's been. I guess that would have been December. But if you go to December on my page, just look at a video that I titled something like "Conversations in Puerto Rico." It's probably like a 15 to 30 minute video where I just was like, I was literally in like maybe like 5 to 10 different Ubers with AXA, and I would ask them all like, "Yo, like, what you do? You want statehood? Do you want Puerto Rico to be independent? Blah blah blah." Um, and it just did depend on who you ask, but a lot of them were just like, "Bro, like we're chilling the way we are." They're like, they don't necessarily want to be states, but they're like, we can't be independent because of colonialism. Like if the U.S. let us go now, we would get fucked because like they depend on us for everything. And again, when you read those kind of books and when you read into what's happening and you realize like how bad we fucked them over, like bro, there's a law that they're not allowed to import anything directly to Puerto Rico. It has to come to the United States first and then it has to go there. So then it makes it more expensive. It makes it take longer to get there. Blah blah blah. Like there's just so many laws that just fuck Puerto Ricans over. It fucks the whole island over. Subhose. The Bible is a good book. The U.S. Democrats make it seem as if Puerto Ricans are just dying for statehood. The Dems just want two more senators. Uh, I don't really follow politics like that, but I don't know, man. Yeah, if you go down there and talk to people, it's pretty divided, bro. I don't know that getting two senators would be guaranteed Democrats because there's a lot of conservative Puerto Ricans. I would say there's more conservative Puerto Ricans than Democrats. Just from talking to people, I don't know the actual numbers. That doesn't really mean anything. Just saying. Still better than Haiti. Yeah, Haiti got fucked over too. Okay, so now I guess this is getting into what I like reading. I like reading about, I guess, the history that I wasn't taught. Um, because like I realized why Haiti was so trash. No disrespect if any Haitians are watching this. I realized why Haiti was so trash when I was a teenager and I read, about how they were the first place to have a revolution, a successful revolution too, against slave owners. And they did all this stuff and they liberated themselves. And France was like, okay, but just for that, like you owe us X amount of dollars. Let me get the actual amount of dollars right here. And when you hear this number, you'll be like, oh yeah, they're never gonna get out of debt, so they're fucked. Haiti owes France $28 billion. Let me make sure that's an accurate number though. In 1825, France demanded 5 annual payments of 30 million francs. The amount was far beyond Haiti's meager means. The first payment alone was about 6 times Haiti's entire revenue that year. So yeah, they're fucked. It's pretty fucked. It's like, hey, y'all won. Y'all won. Y'all aren't slaves anymore, but you fucked over all these slave owners by taking away their revenue, you guys. So you kind of owe us billions now. Like, bro, I owe you billions because you enslaved me. That's crazy, bro. So they're bro. They're I don't know what it would take for them to get. I don't even know the words. I don't want to say something that sounds like hella racist. I'm black, but it still would sound racist. That's how crazy it was. I was about to say something, but I don't know what it would take for them to get with the program. But it would have to be like a complete a complete renewal of things. France has got to fight for Haiti rights, not fighter rights. France is not even from there. Haiti has to be the most dangerous country on the Western Hemisphere. Quick story, and Axel probably can verify that this is not made up. We have a family friend that was a wrestler for Haiti at the Olympics. Like he's an Olympian, bro. He's in the military. Went to Haiti with his wife, because that's where he's from. Went home to visit. Bro, his wife got murdered in Haiti, bro. Like he went somewhere and came back home and she got shot like 18 times, bro. And I was just like, I would never go there. Like, they fucking tried to. I don't. They might have actually. Did they kill the president, or did they just remove him from office? I can't remember. But obviously, that was like U.S. and Colombia backed. It came out that that was like some crazy shit. But even still, just the fact that that happened there. Let's see, Haiti coup 2021. Oh no, they just attempted it, leading to 23 arrests. No, hold on. First of all, let me read you this title so you can understand. The fateful downfall of Haiti's president. Haitian President Jovenel Moise began this year by warning that his country was a land of coups. Bro, if you say that, just leave, bro. Like, imagine just being like, yo, this is your president speaking. This country is full of people that want to kill me. I would just be like, I'm done, bro. Y'all can have it. Like, I'm not doing this. Oh, yeah, he got killed. Damn. In the days before he was shot dead in a murky international plot last month, he was telling friends that enemies were out to get him. He was right. He told me a lot of people were spending a lot of money to murder him. That's crazy, bro. Like, imagine saying that. Like, yo, people are spending hella money to try to kill me. Like, I'm leaving. I would just leave the country. I'd be like, y'all figure it out on your own. I don't even think they have police there. I'm sure they have police, bro. Man, they might not be good, but no, I have not seen a clip of her ripping France apart for debt trapping Africa, but I'm not surprised at all. Like, honestly, that's just what people do, man. Like, that's what China does to Africa. It's just been like the story of time, honestly. Like, ever since that conference, bro, it's just been a bunch of countries putting Africa in debt, stealing their shit, putting them in debt. Even though it's a huge continent, so obviously not like just one country like Africa. There's a bunch of countries there, but the French clearly had the shittiest colonial system. That's a fair statement. That's a fair statement. You know what, Planet Moolah? Let's see, is Haiti more dangerous than Venezuela? I wonder if anyone has done that comparison. Which is more dangerous? The place where Planet Moolah was gonna go, or Haiti? Or Venezuela? Oh, hold on. Most dangerous countries in the world 2023. Let me just see who's ranked higher, and then I'll get into a little bit more specific. Afghanistan number one. Don't want to go there. Okay. Bro, you're not going to believe this. But Venezuela is number 16, and Haiti's not on the list, bro. It's a list of 20. Unless I'm passing it. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not passing it. Afghanistan, Yemen, Syria, Russia, South Sudan, Congo, Iraq, Somalia, CAR, Sudan, Ukraine, North Korea, Libya, Mali, Ethiopia, Venezuela, Pakistan, Burkina Faso, Turkey, Colombia. Ah, hell nah. There's no way Haiti's less dangerous. Yeah, there's no way. Come on, bro. I need a better list. All right, we got a Quora answer. Which countries were it? Venezuela or Haiti? Let's see what they said. Haiti by far. Oh, they're talking about something else. It's in the middle of the hurricane zone in the Caribbean, but it's also an earthquake zone. The capital city has worse infrastructure and less access to utilities than a town in rural Venezuela. The poverty in Haiti is like 90% of the adult population. And they even have no charcoal to power their furnaces. They have already cut all of their forests down. Haiti enjoys from capitalism, and most of its budget comes from international help. It is already rid of its most precious natural resource, wood, and the only resource it has left is the human capital, which is a really high number in a small country. This population is mostly uneducated and malnourished. Damn, they going in, bro. But they're about to speak on Venezuela. Let me see if they're biased. Then you have Venezuela. Venezuela enjoys a subtropical climate year-round and many lush forests with beautiful beaches and the highest waterfall there is at Sata Angel. Venezuela has the world's largest oil reserves. That's true, with an estimated worth of 150 trillion. It has a well-educated human capital. The only flaw is its autocrat. Its autocrat wannabe communist regime that has seen has created an environment where basic groceries as needed as toilet paper or bread are scarce. And if it weren't enough, just a few days ago, the Venezuelan equivalent of Democratic Congress was dissolved. Its nationalized oil company might be a problem for some right wingers, but it's not the problem. I don't know, man. That was kind of biased, but this is a common question. There's hella answers about this. Maybe it's too small. Yeah, maybe. I think that might be why it wasn't on that one list. Cause they always do that shit like based on. It's always based on 100,000 people, right? But like, yeah. Haitians kill their presidents. Enough said. Let's see the next answer. Oh, they want me to sign up with my email to read it. I'm not doing that shit, bro. I'm just gonna assume Haiti's dangerous. Motherfuckers. Like someone said, is Venezuela poorer than Haiti, or is this another fake news? Yeah, they don't want to believe it, bro. A study published said that Venezuela had exceeded the poverty level of Haiti. Yep. Oh, let me click on this one. Sometimes the statistics are not the most important thing. It's the story around the statistics, if that makes sense. Venezuela perceived as the most dangerous country in the world. Oh, that was in 2014, though. To be honest, I think things got worse since then. But who just texted me from a 253 number? I'll have to look at that later. I need a 2023 story. Okay, hold on. We got 2022 right here. We're still early enough in 2023 that I think 2022 applies, right? Let's see. They're talking about their methodology, blah, blah, blah. Iraq's number 6. This shit doesn't go past number 6? What the? Oh, I have to go to the 5 most dangerous countries. That's why. They made a separate article for these 5. Democratic Republic of Congo. Oh, they're pissing me off, bro. They're making it so much work. I'm not doing this. I don't care that much. Just know that Venezuela's dangerous, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it, bro. No guy voted for Chavez, but he said Chavez eventually turned into a psycho dictator, but he didn't start off that way. He said his initial campaign seemed moderate. Yeah, I feel like that's usually how it works. You can't come in like a psycho dictator, or else people will just be like, no, we're not voting for you. So that makes sense. Honestly, bro, there's like a TikTok trend right now where they're using Chavez as like a meme, and I'm not gonna lie, there's some funny videos. Like he said some funny stuff. I don't know if he was intentionally trying to be funny, but he kind of reminds me of Donald Trump. Like he seemed like a lighthearted dude to be fucking crazy. Do I know anything about Chile? I know about their Spanish. I don't know about their government. They got like the craziest Spanish in all of South America, bro. And I feel like people either say yes they do or they're like, oh, it's not that bad. But bro, like if Chileans are really talking, bro, they're really speaking that shit, bro, you will not understand them, bro. It's because they talk so different. Remember last time I was telling you about El Voceo, right? And like how a lot of countries in South America use Vos. They got this weird thing, bro, where like let me speak facts. Let me pull it up so that I can tell you for sure how they say it. But they pronounce everything weird, bro. So, let me pull that up. This is not a good website. I don't know why I clicked on this. But anyways, just to give you an example, they say like, ¿cómo estáis? Like literally, estáis. And like, a lot of them talk like that. I'm trying to find a site that might actually tell me the way they do it, just so I'm not saying anything wrong. Making sense of Chilean Spanish. I'm not even talking about all of this. I'm not even talking about all of the slang that they use. I'm talking about literally the way uh, they conjugate. That's what I'm talking about. I just need to find. I just need to find something that tells the system because, like I said, they do it a lot differently. Ah, my eyes hurt. Phonology, J small. Don't care. Don't care. K small. Don't care. Okay. See, I can't even explain to you these rules, bro. Like I said, their vocel is different, bro. I wouldn't even know how to explain this. I would have to just like send it to you, but like caminai, uh, that's I don't even like how do I explain that to you, bro? Tragai, caminis. This is fucking. It's weird, bro. Like, yeah, this is weird. It's weird. They just talk different, bro. So like, if you never heard that shit, bro, you would hear it and you just be like, what the fuck are they saying, bro? Maybe they received a lot of immigration from Portugal. Maybe. I don't know. But like I said, like that's not like a it's not like a oh yeah, you might hear this like out of a few people, like they all talk like that. Um and of course like when you talk about super professionals that do international stuff, like sure, they probably don't talk like that. But when I'm talking about like a general accent, I'm just saying like if you just pull up in Chile and you talk to somebody, they're gonna talk like that for sure. I've watched enough videos and TikToks to know like that they don't even. It's like they don't even understand that they're talking differently. That's when you know it's really an accent. Like some people say stuff and they're like, "Oh yeah, here we say this and everyone else says this," but they're like, "I I didn't know everyone doesn't talk like this." Like the person you're talking about is not from Chile, according to Google. So maybe that's why he doesn't talk like that. He says he's Peruvian, bro. Honestly, I don't know. I can't think of anyone famous that's from Chile. So I don't know that you would know anyone from there. So if you can learn Chilean Spanish, you've mastered the Spanish language. No. It's like I said earlier, man. Everything is just like a familiarity thing. Like you, you could understand the toughest Spanish, and then you could talk to someone with the easiest Spanish and be like, I'm kind of lost because I've never heard anyone use these words before. You know what I mean? So it's like it's like the difference between us and like South Africans, Australians. It's like just because you have an Australian accent doesn't mean that you would be able to talk to like anyone from the UK or even from here and not have any trouble. Like just the words and stuff that we use are so different that there has to be like a neutral meeting ground basically, or else you'll be saying stuff and both of y'all will be confused. In fact, yeah, I mean it's more apparent with second language learners. Like I remember Khabib was on a he was on a UK podcast, and the dude like had like talked to him for like 2 minutes straight, bro. And he asked him a question at the end, and Khabib was just like, "Brother, I don't understand anything you say." He's like, I can speak good English in America, but I don't know. I can't understand what you're saying." And the dude was like, "Oh, sorry. Like, I'll speak slower." But he was just like, "No, brother, it's your accent. I don't know what you're saying." Like, he was just over it, bro. He's like, "I need someone else." He's like, "I don't want to listen to this shit." That was a hella funny interview. I love Khabib. That dude's fucking the best. The best. Don Francisco. Yeah, no, he's hella famous. But like I said, when you start talking about hella famous people, like the more the international stage, the more international the stage gets, the less the person is gonna speak with their um, accent, if that makes sense. Like even Bad Bunny, right? If you like when Bad Bunny does concerts, when he does interviews and stuff, like he's obviously Puerto Rican, but there's almost no slang used. Um, it's way more understandable than if you watch like a hometown interview that he does. Totally different person. It's like I said on here before, like the way I'm gonna talk on here is gonna be different than if I was talking to someone that I knew because I'll be sure that they understand me. Whereas like I need to make sure like my whole audience understands me here. I don't want to like be throwing out references and using slang that I don't know if you know because I don't know what state you're from and stuff like that, right? So if someone that was learning English jumped on here right now, I think that they would be able to understand most, if not all of the stuff that I'm saying. I have like three different accents of the same accent. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing too. Like you get, you know, depending on who you are and where you're from, like you learn how to code switch from like when you're a little kid, bro. Like you watch your parents do that shit. You go to school and you're like, yeah, I gotta talk different at school, bro. Like, um, but did you see the Don Francisco and Bad Bunny impersonator? That sounds familiar. Let me type it in YouTube and see if I've seen it before. I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't want to lie and say that I do. Oh yeah. I seen this because there's a super famous podcaster in Puerto Rico, Chente. Chente um, put it on his podcast. That's where I first saw that because he was just like, bro, this dude sucks. He was like, this is not a good impersonation at all. And I was like, yeah. It's like one of those. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's like I wonder if my wife is still up in here, but I remember I was talking to her about something, and I was like, "Yeah, he had like a kind of like general Mexican accent." And she was like, "What's a general Mexican accent?" And I was like, "You know, like the way they intonate the words, like." And she was like, "Mexicans don't sound like that." And I was like, "Yeah, maybe not to you, but like I guarantee you that anyone that's not Mexican, like that's how they sound." And yeah, like I said, like if you know how something's supposed to sound or how it actually sounds, That shit's not amusing at all, bro. But if you're outside of it, you're like, this is fucking hilarious. This dude sounds just like this dude. Like, that's pretty normal. That dude was pretty good though. I won't lie. That dude was pretty good. He wasn't great, but he was good. I think it was funnier that he had like the wig on and shit. Can I do a Connor impersonation? Uh, no. If I had like some words, I probably could make an attempt. But if I try to do it off the top of my head, like probably not. I talk to my son like I would talk to my friends, relax, but I can't talk to my wife that way. Yeah. But if you talk to me when I've been in 4 meetings, I'm a totally different person. Yeah, if somebody heard me talk at work, bro, or even my friends really watch my podcast, because I know they don't. If they watch this, they'll be like, hey, why were you talking like that on the podcast, though? The Mexican intonation comes from the pre-Hispanic languages. It's like how Indians speak English with a Hindi accent. Um, yeah. I mean, it really doesn't matter where it came from. Like the point is that it sounds a certain way, um, but and everyone doesn't sound the same. Like all Mexicans don't sound the same. Some of them have different intonations, but like I said, like a general Mexican accent, the way it like goes up sharp, like you know what I'm saying. But I'm sure they sound perfectly normal to themselves. Maybe some people can recognize their accents. Am I familiar with the Chilango accent? I mean, like I know it. I know what it is. If you're asking me to do it, I'm not about to. I'm not about to try to impersonate it. But yeah, I'm familiar with it. I know a lot of stuff just from being on the internet all day, bro. All day. Can I start my lives at 6? It would depend on the day, bro. On Wednesdays, that's a possibility. On Thursday and Friday, it's probably not. Because like I said, I usually talk to my bro in Colombia at 6. That's the best time for him to talk. So I usually get on here after I'm done talking to him, which could be earlier than 7. It could be right after 7. Uh, but if it's a Wednesday or something like that, I'll try. Also, my schedule is about to change a lot because my wife, like I said, she's changing jobs. So maybe I will be able to get on earlier. I don't know. Then I might figure it out. The YouTube channel? What YouTube channel? My wife doesn't know about internet scams and pop ups. So one time I was watching a stream without pop up blocker and it said Hannah is 876 meters away. She goes, who's Hannah? Spanish with Nate is awesome. He has a perfect Wada Hada accent. Yeah, Spanish with Nate. It's a cool channel. He's one of the first channels I watched like 2 or 3 years ago. Bro, when I first subscribed to him, no joke, I don't know how many subscribers he has now. This dude had like not even 1K subscribers, bro. Like, that shit dead ass was like 989 subscribers. I remember I saw him pass 1K and I was like, yo, good for him, bro. This was when, like, I don't know how well you know his channel, but his channel used to be nothing but him, uh, like, what is that shit called, bro? Like Omegle or however the fuck you say it. I don't know. I've never been on there. But he used to just be on Omegle, just like getting up on there, like, get on the way, and just like talking to random Mexicans. And they'll be like, where you from? And like, they'll really think he is from Mexico. And I was like, yo, this dude's fire, bro. Like they really think he's from Mexico. Like that's how good he is, bro. But yeah, I used to love his channel. I can't tell you the last time I watched it because I mean he got all official, and so mainly like his channel is just different now, which is not bad. Like you gotta evolve. So he's getting money off that shit, bro. I would probably get more professional too, but he used to just like flirt with girls, talk to random people on Omega, and like make jokes and stuff. Then it turned into those like gringo orders food at Mexican restaurant with perfect Spanish type videos. But he's cool. I like his channel. Actually, probably from him. That's probably where I learned a lot of like Mexican stuff. I could still be talking to Mexican people on them things, and I'd be like, "The fuck are they talking about, bro?" Let's see. Let me go to his channel right now. See what's the last video he made. Is my computer in Spanish, or did he change his name to Spanish? Okay, his last video is how good is Will Smith's Spanish. Um, that's an okay video. Oh wow, he has a Spanish speaking girlfriend now. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think he swung that way. I thought he was something. Yeah, see, he's got like an official channel now. Like the last time he made the kind of videos that I used to watch, it looks like it was he moved to Mexico a month ago. Can you learn Spanish using only Duolingo? The last time he made the kind of videos that I used to watch was 3 months ago. So that lets you know how much his channel has changed. It used to be like every day he was doing those videos, and I'd be like, yo, I can't wait for the next video. But he switched up, which is fine. Like I said, he just got more professional. He has a skinny neck. Yeah, he does. I used to always think that too. I'm like, this dude got a long ass neck, bro. But yeah, no, his channel's super cool. Super cool. I might check his channel out. I haven't watched it in months. I might see if he made anything worth watching. But oh shit, you said you better check out. I was just about to say, bro, it's 10:30, man. I've been on here for 3 hours and some change, bro. That's too much time. Too much time. I need to get ready for bed. So I'll try to get on here earlier tomorrow. I don't know what time I'm gonna get on. I can guarantee you it's not gonna be at 6, but it might be in between 6:30 and 7. I'll try to get on as early as possible if I'm gonna get on. So if you got something on your mind you want to talk about, bring it to the next live. I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Oh fuck, I gotta read this. Hold on real fast. That's not Indo-European or something. Yeah, that would be cool. I know someone that's learned both of those. Actually, not. I don't know one person that's learned both. I know people that have learned both of those languages. Um, but I'm from Texas, so I know a lot of weird people that have done a lot of weird things. So I know you live in Texas too, but anyways, yeah, I'm getting off of here. We can talk about this tomorrow. Save that thought right there. Let's talk about it tomorrow. All right, peace.